The MyT Sports Podcast. Good evening. Yo, I gotta stop smoking blunts. For real, for real. I can feel it. I can feel the lung capacity. That was weak as shit. Let's try this again. Good. Oh yeah, that was a forced one too. Evening, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only talent, one take wonder Taylor. It is another fuego day in the hottest city in the world. And I tell you, it's March 11th. Current temperatures right now is 71 degrees. Highs today was like at 82, right? We not dropping below 70 anymore in the state of Florida. Yes, folks, we coming at you live and direct from South Florida. If you guys see all the activity, we see everything in the background, you may be wondering to yourself, AOT, where you at today? This must be your first time here. I appreciate you listening to the podcast, regardless of how you may be listening. Now, I mean, whether you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, the behind the scenes camera on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, you following on Podbean, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, and anywhere you listening, right? I do appreciate that you listening, right? But it's another Monday, and that means we live right here at Sharkeys. Come down to your local bar. You see what's going on here. We're on the corner of Pine Island and Royal Palm. You guys make sure you come down here. You missed happy hour. Happy hour ended at 7. It's about 8:40 right now. Show started at 8:37. Show's supposed to start at 8:07. But we ain't gonna tell nobody. And we got a big show for you guys today. Because I'm telling you, there's no better time to talk about the Heat embarrassing loss than in the heart of South Florida. Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. I'm telling you guys right now, you better hide your kids and hide your wife. Danger zone. Because we about to get into the danger zone for real. As I told, it's another Monday. That means we back at Sharkeys. That means we also got Tyson, and we have his next opponent being announced. We have the Knicks bringing back 90s basketball. Yeah, I said it. For you guys that wanted 90s basketball back, well, guess what? It showed its ugly head again last night. I'm telling you, you know what? As a creature of the 90s, right? Product of the 90s, I can say you can keep that shit. You can keep that basketball. And again, it's another Monday, so we got more trivia and we got prizes for you guys. We got prizes lined up. You got to see them. Prizes all over there. Where's the behind the scenes cam with Instagram? Y'all see that? Hold on. Let's take them off for the swivel swirl. You see all that? That's prizes. You see that? That's prizes. You on the swivel swirl Instagram cam behind the scenes am. You know what I mean? So you may not have seen that. That means you guys got to come down here if you guys want to see the kind of prizes that we have for you. Because we got the prizes. Like, we got the prizes and we got the treats. Now, can I tell you? As we talking about the treats, I already got my 420 prize ready for you guys. So on the very first podcast after April 20th, I think it's April 22nd. It's like April 22, which means like it's April 20 also, right? We're gonna do our trivia. On that trivia, I got a special prize for you guys. You guys want to make sure you come to the podcast live, April 22nd. You guys want to make sure that you be there, right? Not only do we have trivia and prizes and treats, we got Caitlin breaking another record. Talking about Caitlin. Yo, where's my homegirl Caitlin? I haven't seen or heard from her in a minute. Yo, somebody here, tell her to holler at me, boy. I miss you. Hope everything was okay. Right? Yo, we got Russ on the Hall of Fame hot seat. We gonna get into that. If you're watching the video on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube, and you guys already see, I'm already leaking the Blue True promo code for you guys. Don't worry, if you're just watching now, you're not watching one of those, then guess what? Hey, how you doing? And guess what? I'm good. Yo, we got it leaked. So you guys make sure you put that to use. You can't miss when we talking about Blue Chew. Yo, I see my homegirl. I see, and she left already. You can even give me a moment to like finish my sentence and then acknowledge you before you bounce. Like you seen it coming. You seen my lips forming to be like, yo, that's my work wife over there, yo. Work wife pop up in the building. Sure, he left because she's trouble, and that's what I got cash. When the fuck did I get cash? And I've had a couple of transactions that I did today that I could have used some cash for. And I'm not even talking about today. I'm talking about like since I've been here. Yep. Here I am swiping all over the place. Swiping on swiping. I'm swiping all over the place. Like I said, I got the Blue Chew promo code coming up for you guys. We got Tampa mode in the NFL is officially turned on. We have all that and more. When I say and more, we have so much more coming up next right here on the MyT Sports Podcast. But you know what we say here? Regardless of the time and regardless of the weather,
you play to win the game. Hello?
It's always a blast on the MyT Sports Podcast. So, yo, I started working on breathing exercises again. Yo, I ain't singing the song like Anime used to. But let's start talking. Woo! Back at it like a sports fanatic. MyT Sports. Ooh. Because one nigga gets two niggas, and two niggas get them stuff. Oh, yo, shout out to Solo. I told you guys, I like watching some nice, good battle raps before I start the podcast, right? I don't know, like it puts me in the right mood. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like it puts me in the right mood. And I was watching this dude named Solo. You go watch Solo. Go watch Solo. Solo is funny as shit. I don't think he's good. He's funny as shit. Command is impeccable. Presence is nice. You know what I mean? I seen one embarrassing loss that he took. But I see it was embarrassing. Like big time embarrassing. But, I mean, who fights and don't get knocked out? Unless you're Floyd Money Mayweather. We're going to talk. Oh, we got some money to talk about later. But first, before we start the podcast, you know how we start every show. We start every show with a series of birthday shout-outs. And we got big trucks moving around. I know you guys were like, yo, what's all that? I don't even know if you can hear all that noise, but again, we live outside. We outside right now. We're live at Sharkeys. I seen all of you watching. I appreciate it. Lost out all day. But some more flowers. Thank you for the flowers. Thank you. I'm wildin'. Yo, please forgive me. But we do a birthday shout out, and what we do here is that we give a little birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last time that we was on the air. I've been lazy as fuck lately. I'll be giving you guys one show a week. It's supposed to be 3. I'll be giving you guys one show a week. So that means we gotta cover all of the birthdays from last week. That means we got birthdays from the 5th. You start telling them to get their drinks ready. We got birthdays for the 6th. You start telling them to get their bowls ready. We got birthdays for the 7th. You start telling them to get a blunt ready. We got birthdays for the 8th. You start them to start packing a bowl. We got birthdays for the 9th. You told them to pack a rig. We got birthdays for the 10th. You tell them to go get a shot. We got birthdays for the 11th. I hope you guys are ready. Because coming up next is our birthday shout-outs. Hey, yo. DJ MyT. Can you do me a favor? Can you drop that beat? Hey, right on time. Hey, right on time. Woo. I felt that one in my soul. So here we go. Because yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. 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 Because it's your birthday. We sing happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Let's go ahead and get these birthday shout outs. I see the comments coming in. I appreciate you. I love you back. I don't love you back. I know you feel the energy. I know you feel the love. You guys gotta make sure you witness some person. How you not want to see all this in person? You know what I mean? Like, I just not want to. I just wanted to give you guys a 360 so you can see the hair real quick. I got to pause. I gotta hit the pause with that one. Big pause. Big pause, big pause, big pause, big pause. But let's go ahead and get a couple of these birthday shout outs popping, right? Hold on. Bring that down. Just a little. Nah, fuck, leave it up. I see you. Popping bottles. Thank you for joining the podcast. I see you always joining the podcast, always giving us a looky-loo. Appreciate you. I salute you. Yeah, I appreciate you, all of you. I appreciate all of you who always watch the podcast. So I understand, like, you take the time out, you give the brother some love, you peep in, you peep out, you know what I mean? Put your right foot in, you put your right foot out. I don't care how long you stay. That's what we all about. I appreciate you watching. Yo, I hope you got your birthday people in here already. I'm pretty sure I gave you guys enough time. Start tagging them. Get them in here, yo. I see you. Right? Let's go ahead and start off with the 5th. Actually, we're going to skip right over the 5th. I got no birthdays for the 5th. Don't know how that happened, but we got no birthdays for the 5th. 5th, we got to walk on by. Right? But we got birthdays for the 6th. The birthdays for the 6th is for a very special, sexy as fuck homegirl of mine. Like, woo! Sorry. She know how I am. But she will make your blood boil. I'm talking about like Team Rocket blasting off. But I want to say happy birthday to my homegirl, Christy Rock. Happy birthday to you, sweetheart. Yo, for real. We need to link up. She's on vacation right now. Like she's doing a hot girl summer or a hot girl spring. We're in South Florida, so maybe spring, summer, but she's doing our hot girl thing, right? She out there, she in the pool, she in the jacuzzi, makeup is on fleek. You still using on fleek? Makeup's on point. She out there clicking away. You know what I mean? Every time she click, get a bunch of people in the lights like, hey, yo. People hit her with the fire. She is kind of fire, though. Like, that's none of y'all business, though. That's none of y'all business. Hey, Christy, how you doing? Sada on the tippy top. You know what I mean? Sada on the tippy top. Like, well, let's say happy birthday to Christy, bro. Yo, can I get a siren or something for her? Can we get a there we go. Also want to say happy birthday to homeboy Monty Kevon Sanko. My bad, Kev. You're not about to get the love that Chrissy just got. Your tits don't look as good. I'm just saying, you don't look as good in the bikini. I'm sexist as fuck. I can't help it. I can't help myself. I apologize. Hey, yo, you need to calm the fuck down. I know what's happening. You know what's happening here. Danger zone. That's kind of what's happening. We over here in the danger zone. It's coming up pretty soon. Right? We got more birthdays to holler at. Right? We want to say happy birthday to Colette. That's another homegirl of mine. We used to work together way back in the day. Right? You want to make sure that you hit her up too on Serenity. Shit. Now? Fuck, I forgot the last one. Damn it. You know what? That's my fault. I wrote it down and I did like the second part. I was like, oh, you know this shit. You said this shit like 1,000 times. And now the time that I need it, it's slipping my mind. So every time you need to find yourself a peace of mind, if you hit Colette with Seren and you get yourself that peace of mind, like, yo, she take a bucket, go ahead and hit her up. You know what I mean? Do that thing. Sound like on the page. Get the books in there. You know? We got no birthday for the 9th. But we got a birthday for the 10th. Now, for this birthday on the 10th, I can't tag you on Facebook. I hope you haven't been watching this whole time. It's one of my little peoples, right? Not even just one of my little peoples. I actually call her Little One. because she's the youngest of three. Her oldest sister is Biggie, her middle sister is Slugger, and she's the little one. Now, mind you, this is also because it probably took me like 6 years to learn their names. I'm just bad with names. Nothing personal, just bad with names. So it took me like 6 years to learn the names. Once I did learn their names, I still ain't call them by it. You will forever be Biggie, Slugger, and Little One. So happy birthday, Little One. I see you out there. This is what? Hold on. No. I mean, like, hold up. This is birthday number 12? No, is it? It's 12 now? Is that what we get into? Holy cream-filled cannolis. Damn, you getting old. But happy birthday, for real. I just thought about that. Because you and the Munchkin is about the same age. Like, for real. So if I have this right, happy 12th birthday to the little one, Valeria. No. We gonna get the 12 a big shout out. Cause wait, don't you do something at 12? Isn't like your quinceañera at 12? Nah, you wildin'. Scratch that from the records. What do y'all do at 12? Oh, that's a bar mitzvah. But you're not Jewish though. Okay, so I don't think you do anything at 12. Right? And you're not part of that weird African. You know what? I'm just gonna march on past that one. Not very often do I march on past a comment that comes across these lips, but we're just gonna march on past that one. Happy 12th birthday. Happy 12th birthday. Diggle. Can we get the birthday beats back? Alright. Oh, you going down a little bit. You get a little more comfortable. Okay. So, next birthdays that we have. We got 2 of them. Hold on. We got somebody on the vroom basketball. I have no clue what that was. I mean, it was a vroom. Alright. But I have no clue what that was. Oh, they pull it up. Next, we got I want to say happy birthday. Hey, yo. It's another special birthday, too. Because this is one of the great, and I'm saying great, because if he ever gets on TV, you will never forget his name. But if you've watched him on the local market, right in the indie scene, then you guys know all about Cha. Charlie. Want to say happy birthday to you, Bredrick. I had the pleasure of introducing him to the ring when I was a ring announcer for Platinum Pro Wrestling. If I'm not mistaken, I think he only did one event with us.
You got like 30 followers.
Right? But 30. I got 14 of them on right now.
14? Hey, I'm on.
I'm on the one right now on Facebook. So, if you...
14 followers. You got 2 lives.
For all of the promoters out there that's tired of people dancing. No, I'm sorry. But for all the promoters out there that wants to bring a professional and an entertainer to your company, to your promotion, to your business, you take yourself down to his crib, to his DMs, however you guys do it these days, right? BookAWrestler.com. You hire yourself Cha-Cha Charlie. You get him in the door immediately. And after 2 matches, you give him a belt to represent your company. Because I'm telling you, not only is this match just fire, he's going to have the crowd, the little boys, the little girls, the women in the stairs, the people back at home, all cheering for him and all doing the cha.
Stop wearing a Nick shirt and he's talking about Jake Paul.
Cha-Cha Charlie.
Who's that?
The person I'm talking about.
I thought you were talking about Jake Paul.
No. We'll talk about him a little bit
Talking
later.
about Tyson.
We're going to talk about him a little bit later.
And get rid of his next shirt. You'll have a lot more followers.
Nah, that's okay. Listen, if it keeps the right people away, I'll wear like kryptonite. You understand? If it keeps certain heat fans away from me, I can't get it. I can't date.
Oh, here we go.
What?
I don't want to talk to you when you're online.
But this is the only way to talk to me. Well, not the only way to talk.
The Knicks suck.
He's only been talking from 8:07 to 11:07.
And Jake Paul's going to lose.
I hope so. We're going to get into that in a minute. But let me finish these birthday shout-outs.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Right? So you guys, again, what's going on, Red?
Oh.
Long time. How you been? You guys holler
Yeah.
at Cha-Cha Charlie.
Hey, what date is that? What date are they fighting real quick?
July 20th. You get them in the building.
Okay, thank you.
You promote the shit out of it. And watch the people come. Watch the people be amused. Watch everybody be entertained. And when you see that, give them a little extra something. And then book them again for your next event.
How old is Jake Paul?
The guy's serious. I don't know.
Google
Now.
this shit. You're supposed to know.
I know this sounds redundant,
Is he 28?
but
30?
Lexi Gomez. Very sexy Lexi. I've also had the pleasure of announcing her to the ring while working with Platinum Pro Wrestling. And when I tell you, she is a cannonball of entertainment. Fiery as can be. Entertaining as Cha-Cha Charlie is. And she brings a little extra something to the But, let's be for real. Everything sells when we're talking about wrestling and entertainment. So yes, she will get the women there. Because there are going to be women that's going to aspire to be like her. There's going to be little girls in the crowd that's going to want to wrestle like her. And there's going to be men in the stands that wish that they could be with her. And you want to get her on your promotion as well. There's nothing wrong with trolling the Sims. Okay? Sims got money too. Their money is green. You just make sure that they keep their hands to themselves when you're taking the pictures. That's all. That's all you gotta do. Nothing more, nothing less. But you make sure you get Lexi in your building immediately. Watch numbers rise. Watch your social media page go up. Listen, and if you get her and Cha-Cha Charlie in there at the same time, listen, it's no mistake that they're born on the same day because what they both bring to the ring is purely unique in their own separate ways. And if you put them on there together, then I'm telling you, you got somebody for the men's, you got somebody for the women's that you will never have to worry about ever again. Entertainment galore. We're talking about splooge, pop, splooge. Let's get everybody back in here. That's the last of that. But let's get everybody back in the room. Right? One last shout out. Right? So to Christy and to Kavon and to Serene, Colette, they're known as Bubs, whichever one you like to get. And to Little One, and to Cha-Cha, and to Lexi. We want to wish you all a happy birthday. We hope you party hard. We hope you enjoyed everything. The weekend just passed. So I hope you went out. You put your two guns up. You flexed on these hoes. And you continue to stay MyT. Woo. Hello, DJ MyT. Cut that beat. Man, this is a big show today. We got a really good show coming up for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoying your birthdays. Hope you guys really did enjoy your birthday. Hope you guys enjoyed the birthday shout-outs. Right? We're officially on Volume 9, Episode 34, Track 582 of the MyT Sports Podcast. And let's get it started officially. Let's get into our first topic of the day.
First things first.
How you gonna tell me to take off the Knicks shirt when I'm gonna start the show doing my Knicks talk? You know we stay with that Knicks talk, because it's Monday night with the New York Knicks. I'm getting my fix, I'm stroking my dicks, I'm beating my meat, whatever it takes just to get there. Or whatever they say in that song. So the Knicks, they've had a pretty good season this whole entire year, right? For the most part, this year, they've had a pretty good season. Gone all the way up to the third seed in the East. Currently sitting in the sixth spot. Dealt with some injuries. Haven't fallen completely off. Has found to maintain and tread water and stay out of that play-in tournament. And as they dealt with, when I mean injuries, we're talking about injuries. You're talking about there has been a game where the five starters that they started the season with were no longer on the court. One was traded away. Brunson injured. Randall injured. OG injured. Mitchell Robinson injured. RJ traded. Quentin Grimes traded. This is not the Knicks team that we woke up to at the beginning of this season. And after taking our lumps, I meant to go live on X. I got too many letters. Hold up. Let's see if I just take out the word embarrassing. You Heat fans are lucky. So we're gonna talk about Heat too. You guys would not be left off the hook. So the Knicks are starting to get healthy, but they still look broken. Now, getting healthy is a very loose term. No OG Anunoby, no Julius Randle, no Mitchell Robinson. Jalen Brunson came back. We played Orlando, a team that has had our number, flat out had our number. We're talking about we came into that game against Orlando, losing our last three previous meetings. They have outworked us, out physical us, out nicked us. How you out nick a nicker? But that has happened. Hey yo, I'll repeat that shit. Very dicey, very shaky. But to say that they were healthy, yeah. But they get a chance to go up against Orlando team that had their number all season. They come into Orlando and they did what you're supposed to do. They punched them in the mouth. They got physical. Let's start over there. Who gives a fuck? Punched them in the mouth. They got physical. Played the way the Knicks are supposed to play. Held them to one of the lowest points totals of the season. Played Tom Thibodeau basketball, New York basketball. Locked them up, locked them down. Had a nice little victory. Had players resting. Okay, good. We sitting. We Gucci. We cool over here. You know what I mean? Let's check out the bright lights. Let's see what kind of colors you're going to put on the Empire State Building today. Feel good about yourself. You also feel good about yourself because, let's put some time on here. Stay blue. I'm blue, da doo doo da doo da, da boo dee da doo da, da doo dee da doo da, da boo dee da doo da, da boo dees da doo da, da boo dees da doo da, da boo dees da doo da. I'm blue. I'm sorry. I got musical Tourette's. Don't judge me. Imagine if musical Tourette's. There has to be somebody that really has musical Tourette's. Like they blurt out shit, but the only time they blurt things out is only music. Like they just break out a song every single time. No matter what, all of a sudden you just gotta feel happy. I feel happy and pretty and yeah. Like you understand, just randomly out of nowhere. Like that, I ain't gonna lie, that would be kind of funny. That would be kind of fun. Like, girl, you look good. Won't you back that ass? You and me, like, you know what I mean? Oh man, but you can't tell. Okay, let's get back serious. Let's reel this back in. Right, Brass Pro Shop. Let's reel this back in. Did a good job against Orlando. Got themselves a little bit of rest. But then they threw it all away. Quick New York minute. Turned around, they played Philly. Now, let me go back and sit on Orlando for a second. It isn't just the fact that they blew Orlando out. How you doing? How you doing? It isn't the fact that they blew Orlando out. It's the fact that you may see Orlando in the playoffs. And if you've been like me, even as you've lost to Orlando, in a weird way, you kind of felt confident. You saw Orlando in the playoffs, or when things got a little bit heated, a little bit more contested, when the butt holes start to get tight, and that you can probably squeeze one out from them. Not just one out from them. You saw them in the playoffs, we're talking about four. And beat them in the playoffs when the intensity gets up because they don't have the experience quite yet. So that was part of all of the good things that made that Orlando victory sweet. But like I said, just like in New York, we switched sides of the road. We no longer could park on the right side today. We had to park on the left. Apparently, we forgot, and we got our shit towed by the Philadelphia 76ers, who are in a very similar predicament like us. No Joel Embiid, out with a torn meniscus MCL, right? Leg problems. No Tyrese Maxey, head problems. Concussed. Right? Their two big dogs is out. 4 of our starters out. 3 of our starters out. You thinking, okay, we should be able to get away with this one? But no, on contraire, mon frere. It's the ones that you think you're supposed to get that leave you crying. You know what they say will make you laugh, make you cry. And this one definitely left us crying. For everybody that said, oh, we want 90s basketball guy. How you doing, Viola? Everybody that said they want 90s basketball back. Well, there you had it. 90s basketball. How did it look? How did you enjoy it? Volume shooting, not a lot of shots going in. Great defensively on both sides, not a lot of scoring. How did it look? How did it make you feel afterwards? Did you feel a little dirty? Did you feel like you needed to take a warm shower? Did the orange and blue skies start to feel a little turquoise and maroon? Did it feel a little dingy to you? And the only reason why I'm watching this is because I'm a fan of Philly or the Knicks. Because for an ESPN game, I can't say it if I wasn't a fan of one of those teams that I am sitting there. What in the flying blue blazes? Oh. And watching that whole entire game. We're talking about less than 40 in the first quarter, but I think, let's see, I said 30 in the first quarter, combined total points. Jalen Brunson doesn't make a 3 until the fourth quarter. That quickly gets matched by Kyle Lowry. Charges all over the place. Oh, man. But it wasn't just the defense, right? And maybe it is the defense that caused the Knicks to have 20-plus turnovers for the game. It got to be the defense, got to be the shoes, got to be the defense, right? It has to be something. Because these aren't just unforced turnovers. So, very, 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 very similarly, right? Can I get that code in there for you guys for a second? Get you that trivia code. Let's see if I can pop that in the screen. Only blocking my face. It's like my second best feature. So, very similarly to what we did to the Orlando Magic, after being embarrassed by them 3 straight times, it's exactly what Philly did to us. And you heard Kelly say it at the end of the game. Well, they came in here a couple weeks ago. They got physical. They punched us in the mouth. They taught us a lesson. You know, we felt some type of way about it. They felt embarrassed. They felt a little less than. So they wanted to make sure they came out here today or last night and return that physicality, return that aggression. And the bully got bullied. And without Maxey, without Joel Embiid, the New York Knicks took one of the more, I don't want to call it embarrassing, because I can't say it's embarrassing, but it's one of the lowest scoring games. So we put up 73 points. Game before we held Orlando to 74. We thought that was bad, and we dropped that, and we only could drop 73. Granted, we got beat 79 to 73. So neither one of these teams even dropped more than 80, and that is 90s basketball. Now, let me just bring that back though, because I'm teasing when I say that's 90s basketball, because you can also find that in the playoffs as well too. Let this be a Heat Knicks series. I wouldn't be surprised to see a game where nobody scores over 90 points to win. So I just a little. When I say here goes some 90s basketball, it was physical. You saw this game's physicality. You saw the closeouts. Every time Jalen Brunson almost went to the lane, he had 3 people on him. He had the guy stepping up from the weak side. He has hit defender on his hip, and another guy coming from the back of him. So that when he turned around, he was surrounded by everybody. They basically found a way to triple team him once he was in the paint. And granted, this also led to a lot of the wide open shots that he was finding for individuals that just couldn't hit him. So, and this is one of those weird games where we played hard. We executed. We held the opposing team to 79 points. We just couldn't score. The ball just didn't fall that day. Everything else was done right. Except for the turnovers. The turnovers about Suda. Because without those turnovers, you probably blow them the fuck out, right? But, all right, I digress. So you do two things wrong. Or you do one thing wrong. You turn the ball over. You can't help your shot not falling. All too often, for years, we've gone by the saying, this is a make or miss league. We can't forget that now.
Yes, because people go, you're either from New York or you're from Boston. That's the accent.
So, while some of these losses, they hurt in the moment, right? This is when you kind of snap yourself back to reality. The reality is, shots just didn't fall. Did everything right, shots just didn't fall. We did everything right. We did what we were supposed to do, shots just didn't fall. Turnovers need to clean that up. Also, while it does hurt, it gets hard to have these losses really stick to the ribs, right? Like these are fat-free games. Like this is what it is. These are really fat-free games. While all of the wins taste delicious, none of these losses stick to the ribs because we're missing so many starters. Now, what starts to happen as we get fat and sassy, and we start to slow down in the standings, we start to drop to that 6, hopefully no further below that. We start to realize, like, hey, yo, I mean, these may be fat-free, but I got to at least start working out, right? These losses are hard to judge, or hard to cling to, because there's so much missing. It's almost as it's a built-in excuse mechanism, a very valid excuse mechanism.
We thought we were going to be famous here.
You get what I'm saying?
No, I was trying to hop on the podcast.
Ah.
You don't think about sports stuff? No. I think you left that.
So, Well, I don't just want to downplay losses as if you could just lose any game that you want. But I have to be slightly realistic, understanding that we are not at our best. And that was just one of those games. Now, we have a quick turnaround when it comes to Philly. We play them tomorrow, Tuesday night. So hopefully we can return the favor that everything is returned to us, right? We could cash it on that receipt. Oh, you wanted to lump us up? Okay. We play back Tuesday. Neither one of us play anybody. This is a mini series. Oh, coming back to the Garden. Let's come back in here and get it now. We ain't trying to have this series tied 2-2. Nah. Want to establish a little bit of dominance. Now, Tyrese Maxey's supposed to be back. Let's see how well he is. Let's see how he is willing to accept physicality when his head is literally not screwed on right now. As Knicks go, even if they fall into the 6th seed, I feel like the Knicks fans, just Knicks fans, we're talking Knicks fans. Knicks fans feel really oddly confident, right? In the fact that if they get the 6th seed and they have to play the Cavs, well, that's easy. That's light work. Sorry, Chill Will. But yeah, they feel like that's light work. That's easy money. That we have the Cavs number. We can beat them anytime. We see them in a series, whether we have home court advantage or not. Oh no, come here, give me mine. We moving on. And the thought pattern that I keep hearing, I say not so much believing it, that I keep hearing is that, oh, you avoid Boston at all costs until the very end. And I'm telling you, for me, nah. Whenever we see Boston is when we see Boston. If we're going to strap up and go to war with them, let's strap up and go to war. I don't care if it's the first round, the second round, or the third round. Let's see them. And let's see how we do. And if we get lumped up by them, we get lumped up by them. And I don't care what round it is. I'm going to see them. Because I don't think that they can last either. Don't worry. Poor Zingis is 10 games away from having an injury that's going to have him missing the first 2.5 rounds of the playoffs. I don't like to wish this thing upon people. I just have a very strong feeling. I got a feeling. Ooh. Right? Now, he may not last until the end of the season. Now, he has one more injury, inconvenient injury left in him before this basketball year is over. Strap in, Celtics fans. It's going to be a nice little ride. Hope you guys is ready for it. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. But in all seriousness, the Knicks feel very confident about being in the 6th spot. But if they can move up, let's move up. Only because you want to try to get that momentum, right? You want to build that momentum up leading into the playoffs so that you don't find yourself in a Philadelphia Eagles kind of scenario where all of the momentum that you built up through 2/3 of the season, you lose at the end of the season just to be eliminated early in the first round by somebody that you should beat. That's what we don't want to see. Luckily for the Knicks, even with this bad loss, right? It's embarrassing loss. It didn't really affect them in the standings very much. The Pacers played Orlando, and they ended up beating Orlando. Orlando was one of those teams that was log jammed with us that could have affected our seeding. So they take a loss. We Gucci with them. We stay still. Yeah, and on my way, bitch, move. The big one, the big one. Because if you thought that Knicks loss was bad, let me get a fresh timer up here. The Miami Heat said, "Hold my beer," and turned up the heat. I said, they turned up the heat and said, "Hold my beer." They turned up the temperature and said, "Hold my beer." There we go. And they lost to a team so bad that the motto around the league when it comes to playing them, you don't want to be that team. To lose to them. Not only that, it's a division rival team. Not so much a rival, but it's a division opponent. Miami Heat. They lost to the Washington Bullets. Good God Almighty. Why am I so dark? You know what I mean? Like, yo. Wait, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Am I not seeing myself right? But Miami Heat, when they lose to the Washington Wizards and Knicks fans. If you think things are bad where you're at, you should hear South Florida radio, Miami Heat radio, and how things are being talked about down here. Things start coming back up. This is why the Miami Heat needed another guy like Damian Lillard because Bam Adebayo isn't quite that guy. And you know what? I was wondering about this. I'm listening to them talk, right? I'm going to have a seat. Right? It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood. A beautiful day in my neighborhood.
Caught on camera in Florida.
Florida man decided to bring an alligator with him while making a beer run.
I smoke weed and cocaine.
I smoke weed and cocaine. Florida man. Let's sit back and enjoy this for a second, right? So, the word around Miami Heat is that, and the Heat culture is that they still need another guy. This is as an embarrassing a loss as you can get because you are losing to one of the worst teams in the league, if not the worst. You understand the Washington Wizards were tied with the Detroit Lions with the worst record in the league. When Detroit and Washington play each other, even they say you don't want to be that team. That's how bad it is with them, even amongst them. Even they don't want to lose to themselves. To say they play down to their competition is an understatement. It was like Charmander sitting in the rain overnight. You look like their flame is about to go out. And they're catching slack in different places. Like I said, for as much as you hear about, oh, this is now Jimmy Butler's time when he now starts to come alive, take over the game. And granted, his points per game has gone up about 4 or 5 points since the All-Star game. We get that. But the winning and losing hasn't quite turned itself around yet. I have been wondering for some time now, not just today, but I'm wondering for some time now, how good is Bam Adebayo? How much of an all-star is Bam? Is the big man position so weak that Bam is consistently an all-star? Because when I look at Bam, At times, I don't see. Now, I do see games where okay, if you give him 17 touches, he can get you 32 points. But you know what? Who can't? Can he do it? But he doesn't do it consistently, and that's the problem. Like most of the guys in NBA, if you give them 17 touches, they could average over 20 points per game. They can get you a 32 on a random night. Can they consistently do it night in and night out? Because I ain't gonna lie, Bam gonna buy you for the way he makes All-Star games. And his game never looks any better than Julius Randle's, to be honest. Especially offensively, baffles me. So I was wondering, so it makes me been wondering lately, right? Has or is Bam making it because of his defense? And if he's making, or is he or is he that guy perfectly in the middle where he's not uber imposing offensively, nor is he uber imposing defensively. He just kind of does both of them good, not great, a little better than okay. Plus, he's with the Miami Heat, with Eric Spoelstra, popular team, Jimmy Butler, popular player. Jimmy Butler, one of the goats, one of the fading goats of the game, I can say, because he's. When we're talking about some of the greats we're about to lose, and people talk about, oh, we're gonna lose LeBron James. How are we gonna feel about the game when LeBron James is gone? I think I'm gonna be okay. When my emotions do rise, so Stephen Curry leaves the game, I'm gonna feel some type of way then. Oh, how am I gonna feel when Kevin Durant leaves the game? I'm gonna be okay. But when Jimmy Butler leaves the game, I'm gonna feel some type of way, good and bad, because he plays for the Heat. Like you understand, there's a part of me. You understand how much respect I got for Jimmy, right? The J, the I, the M, the M, the Y, the J, the I, the M. That's Jimmy. That's Jimmy. Right? Told you, musical Tourette's. But I'm gonna stand back up now. Fuck this. I've been sitting my whole life. Get your goddamn hands off me. No, so thank you. Almost forgot what I was about to say. When like Jimmy, Steph leaves, no feels that boy. But I can say, that's what I was gonna say. I'm back on track. I'm marching again. I'm walking in a straight line again. There's still a small part of me that wants Jimmy Butler to want to play for his former coach one last time before he retires. Because if he doesn't get that ring in New York, having a Jimmy Butler off the bench instead of Alex Burke was pretty fucking cool. Like Caribbean cool. Carlito. But the Miami Heat has to get better. The thing about Miami, though, I have put them in the same category that I put the Lakers in. Granted, they have a guy like that. I put them in the same category that I put the Golden State Warriors in. They kind of have a guy like that. And very loosely, I put the Phoenix Suns in the same category that I put Miami in. And the Lakers and the thing. Because they kind of have a guy like that too, where Suns not so much. But all in all, regardless of where those guys are seated, those teams are seated, those 4 teams specifically, where they're seated, with those all-stars of their games on those teams, right? You don't want to see them in the playoffs. Like you really kind of don't want to see them in the playoffs, do you? Because regardless of where they're seated, their experience makes them such a difficult matchup that, like how the Knicks feel about the Cavs, I can beat you as a 6th seed. I can beat you as an 8th seed. I can beat you as a 7th seed. I don't fear you as you get home court advantage because I trust in my star and I trust in our experience in these scenarios to be able to overcome you and whatever you can fling at me. So while, and like I said, I'm not the Heat fan, so maybe I see this differently, and maybe I say the same way if I was a Knicks fan. Why you don't want to have to go through the play-in tournament, right? Why you don't want to have to go through the play-in tournament. Yo, if that's what you got to do to bust your nut, where I put it in. Where I put it in. Somebody show me the hole where I put it in. So I'm busting. Well, we gonna bust. We gonna bust a bus. And speaking of busting, let me tell you guys something that we have that is called Blue Chew. What is Blue Chew, you ask? Blue Chew just happens to be a little blue pill and can get you back your thrill. All you have to do is open up a pack and head straight to the sack. Just a few chews before you do. It has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so this is one opportunity that you just can't miss. For very low cost, you can beat it up like a boss, and she will love how you come through like a champ when you Blue Chew in advance. And if you use my promo code of GSSS, you can get your first order of Blue Chew for free. Yes, folks, for the for free. The only thing, when I say the only thing, I really do mean the only thing you have to worry about is paying for shipping and handling. It's $4.99. Take care of your postal workers. Because when it comes to Blue Chew, there's only a few things you have to worry about. You chew it, and then you do it. How you do it is up to you. Whether you want to do it missionary style, jackhammer style, doggy style, Amazon style, froggy style, whatever style is your style, Blue Chew is for you. And it doesn't matter how you like to get it on. Whether you like to do it like Lionel Richie and get it and do it all night long, or you like to be like LL Cool J and just do it well. You got Blue Chew for you because Blue Chew is not what it may not be what you need, but could be just what you want. You've been talking a lot of junk in those DMs, and you want to make sure that you're not let down by your little friend, and that you leave her coming again. Blue Chew, because again, Blue Chew alleviates all the stress. Because when it comes to Blue Chew, it's two things you worry about again. You chew it, and you do it again. And if you go to the website, and if you're watching on Instagram, not Instagram, watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, not Twitter, YouTube, see my promo code, go to the website, bluechew.com. Use my promo code GSSS. Your first order is free. Of course, it's my sponsor. When I say free, your first order is free. It's just shipping and handling. That's your little gift from you to me. Spring break is right around the corner. Put a spring back in your step when you have Blue Chew on deck. Blue Chew. We want that Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Oh, man. let's continue to march forward. Let's continue to march on. Let's continue to march on. Actually, before we do that, I'm gonna do a couple of things. We're gonna get rid of this gum. It's going to annoy me. No lie, no lie, no lie, yeah, yeah. No lie, no lie, no lie, yeah, yeah. This nigga said, "Phew." And also, I wanted to get into this gum real quick. Like, shit. Not this gum, I mean this drink. Like, it's full. Shit. It just helps a drink. Relax. Take a load off. Off back. Listen, like, you think like, damn, you just gonna leave us there while you drink? Yeah, I feel comfortable in my podcastism that we could drink together, and you guys will understand. Like, yo, get yourself a drink, pour yourself something up. Why am I drinking alone? Pour it up, pour it up, pour it up. I know it's a Monday. What's your point? If this was Monday Night Football, which we're here for, you'd be drinking anyway. So don't play us a Monday. Let's pretend it's Monday Night Football. It's Monday night. It's Monday night with the MyT Sports Podcast. I told you it's always a blast on the MyT Sports Podcast. Pop a bottle. Pop a motherfucking bottle. Starting to get full. Oh yeah, it's bubbling there. I feel it. It's making the stomach expand. Woo! It's like a fat Marion. I got an ice box where my gut used to be. Got an ice box where my gut used to be. I'm so fat. 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 Let's continue. Let's continue to march on. I told you guys, like if I'm smiling and I'm wilding, and I'm always smiling, so I'm always wilding. Let's continue to march on. We got a big fight coming up. We have a big. When I say big, I'm talking about like really big. How big? We're talking about BBC big. How big? We're talking about that meme that you get with that dude sitting on the edge of the bed big. Like, we're talking about big. We got a big fight coming up, right? July 20th. You heard me talking about it if you was here earlier. I was talking about some people in the crowd. July 20th, Mike Tyson has his next opponent. And his next opponent, well, when I tell you, the Paul boys are winning. When I say the Paul boys are up, they are up and they're up. They're up in the stuff. Listen. These Paul brothers, I'm going to call them the Paul boys, right? Tiny bubbles in my belly. Makes me burp. Makes you feel jelly. So, who is it? Jake? Yeah, it's Jake from Not State Farm. Is set to fight Mike Tyson July 20th. Let me say that again because when I first heard that news, I was literally like, wait a minute. Wait, I had to see this twice. And then it popped up again. And I was like, no, this is serious. Yeah. I laughed because immediately, as they announced the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight, it made me realize that this kid literally lived out the Mike Tyson punch-out game. Like, he realized that's what he did. Jake Paul, he lived out the Mike Tyson punch-out game. What's going on, Pimpin'?
He's living it out. He hasn't lived it out.
Well, no, he's lived it out. Now listen, not everybody beat Mike Tyson at the end, but he lived it out. He went through every Class Joe motherfucker out there, every Soda Pinsky, like, that you can find, knocked them out. And now, after riding his bike at the corner of the Hudson with Mick by his side, yo, he gets to fight Mike Tyson at the end. And boy, I'm telling you, I don't think we have ever wished, hoped, and wanted to see a knockout so bad. Man, we want Mike Tyson to knock him out like Mike Tyson used to knock out people. Oh, you need a menu?
Yeah, thanks.
You still need a waitress though, but I got 2 menus back here.
Are we going to trivia tonight?
Oh yes, we are. Got it set up already. So if you're trying to join, get a couple more people in here. We run some trivia. I got a couple of prizes over here. I got some prizes and I got some treats and I got some treats and I got some prizes. Let's go back. Let's hit in the back about face. How you live out? Like, he's living out every 8-year-old's dream from the 80s. Right? Every little kid from like he's literally about to fight Mike Tyson. Went through the mall. And granted, didn't have to fight a real boxer to do it. That's the reason why I said it's the game. Didn't have to fight one real boxer to do it. Every NPC that he can find, every created character that you could bring up, every crossover, cross-dresser, he did it. Fought every wannabe boxer. Every MMA fighter with nice hands. Every athletic celebrity that thought I could whoop his ass. Fought them all. Knocked them all out. Glass chin in the wall. Sent them. We remember Sugar. We remember Nasty Nate Robinson. Nasty Nate Robinson was licking the canvas like it was lead and he was 2. And now here we go. Finally at the end. 6 years later. After playing a game that you can't save. Right? He tried to cheat code. The cheat code didn't work. Got a bad cheat code from somebody. Still had to fight some people that he didn't want to. But then it finally hit. Finally became a. And let's be serious. What really happened is that, in a sense, he did. He went through all of these guys, all of these celebrities, no-namers, fighters, non-boxers, built up this stage to where it is beneficial and lucrative enough to Mike Tyson to say, yeah, I'll fuck you up. Because Mike Tyson could have fucked him up anytime he wanted to. Mike Tyson could have fucked him up 4 years ago. Could have fucked him up 6 years ago. No, he said, okay, you're finally at a status where I'll hop in the ring and we can break bad bread together. And if you take off the restrictions, I'm gonna fuck you up. So she was Papa Pimpin.
How you doing?
I'm good. So I'm not one of those people. I have moved well beyond. 'Cause I used to be a hater, the realm of hate when it comes to the Paul brothers, right? I have over the years over the years I've grown to respect, appreciate, even kind of love what they're doing for the game of boxing, right? Because if there isn't an actual name in professional boxing ranks that is getting this kind of draw to the sport, who cares who's bringing eyes to it? Now, I know in the beginning you thought that it was kind of disrespectful. He didn't respect the game, all this other stuff. But no, you saw that they put in the work, they put in the time, they put in the training, they respected the craft. They really try to put in real boxing. And now, are they ever going to really be as good as some of these amateur boxers out there? I still doubt that. But can they make money like some of the greatest heavyweight champions, like some of the greatest champions we've ever come across? Yes, they can. Somebody just popped in here. Oh shit, we got Chill Will in here. I don't know how much Chill Will has heard, but let's go. Chill Will is our senior Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio to be exact. But our senior, I'm sorry, let me say this properly. Our senior Ohio correspondent from Cleveland.
You drop takes, don't you? drop takes, don't you?
Sir, yes, sir!
Well, if you're gonna drop takes, you might as well go ahead and drop them exhibitiously.
Cleveland! This is for you!
All right, Chill Will isn't quite ready, but Chill Will is here somewhere. He's in the digital building, right? We've seen his digital car pull up to the arena outside. The camera's got the shot on him as he's walking up. He hasn't quite made it up into the ring yet. He's making his way through the back, making his way through the people, through the stands. He's getting his Sting on. As we talk about Sting, Sting has officially retired from wrestling. Since we're talking about fighters, big fights, there hasn't been some talking about longevity of athletes. Sting has probably been wrestling for like 40 years.
Yeah, she right there. You know, I ain't wearing this for nothing. It was 46 degrees on the left day zone. Yeah.
But Sting has officially retired from wrestling. And if Mike Tyson doesn't hold back, he could officially retire Jake Paul from boxing. And there goes something for the haters, right? Which is one of who I am not. Listen, as a sports fan, because they're not doing anything negative, they're not doing anything bombastic, anything disrespectful, they're not in trouble with the law, they're literally just finding creative ways to promote themselves fighting, and YouTube was no longer a big enough stage. Then True TV wasn't a big enough stage. It was finally pay-per-view time. And they've gotten here. And kudos to them. Because one brother is fighting at the heights of boxing. Even though it's a 62-year-old retired Mike Tyson. What age was George Floyd when he won that last chip? I'm just saying, not George Floyd. Holy shit. George Foreman. George Foreman. Sorry. Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger. Sorry. And also, he's not really a real boxer. Now, I know this. I know. But it's reality. He isn't. For as much as he's done for the boxing game, they've done for the boxing game, right? Let's just put it this way. His brother Logan is more of a real wrestler than Jake is a real boxer. I don't know how else to say it. But either way, both Jake and Logan has made it to the pinnacle in each of the respective sports that they are currently featured in. We've seen Logan Paul take on the tribal chief. We've seen Logan Paul currently right now is your intercontinental champion. And his brother wasn't the one that fought Floyd Mayweather. That was him. And Chill Will, whenever you ready, big, whenever you ready, pimpin', we lost Chill Will. He's gonna come back. And now we have his brother walking through the ranks, making it up the ranks, and now he fights the biggest name in boxing, active or inactive today. Not dead or alive, but active or inactive today. And that's a feat. That's a feat. And that deserves dig up. So as everything comes together, right? Like we said, Jake is over here in boxing, about to take on Mike Tyson. Logan Paul is in WWE, and he's making moves through wrestling, right? Like I told you guys from the very first time I saw him wrestle, I was like, damn, if he decides to pursue this full time, he is going to be phenomenal. He's gonna be MyT for real. We've seen the athleticism with the mic skills, with the natural haters that he has around there that he's able to have a certain draw. And we've talked about their draw and their rise to stardom, right? I keep doing this because one is him and one's his brother, and they have been really getting to the peak of each respective sports mountain. WWE announced about a couple of weeks ago, about a month or so ago, a very first that was about to happen, and that was them started in 2025, 26, whatever it is. WWE Monday Night Raw will start being live on Netflix. That's a first for Netflix. And if you're talking about the hundreds of millions of people that they're going to reach randomly on a Monday night because you're just trying to Netflix and chill or just Netflix and wait for the chill, and you're like, oh, wrestling's on. I haven't watched wrestling forever. What's it doing over here? Let me see this real quick. Hey, who's this chick with the ponytail? Bianca Belair. Your chick finally walks in as the tribal chief is over there, and she's like, "Hey, yo, who is that Samoan with a rock?" Next thing you know, you get solid like a rock, and it's Blue Chew Tom with Netflix and WWE in the background. Woo! 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 So, but WWE, as you know, they're never going to lay all of their cards on the table at the same time. They're going to drop banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. It's like suddenly finding out that Paul Heyman is going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame, and then you wake up today and you realize, as we're talking about big fights, Mike Tyson and the fight game, that we get a chance to announce that Muhammad Ali is gonna be. Oh, I got goosebumps. Ooh, shit! I feel like punching somebody in their grill piece. I'm joking. But he's gonna be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, and I'm like, yes, yes. Like all I hear is fireworks. Everywhere is fireworks. I'm here all for it. I'm here all for it. All right, Pippin. Always be safe as well. So like I said, I'm here all for it. But as WWE keeps, like I said, they keep dropping bangers and bangers and bangers. But we also find out them and the Paul brothers have made another partnership. And now their beverage, Prime Energy Drink, or whatever Prime Drink, I don't know if it's an energy drink or not, but Prime, I feel like Prime Energy Drink, Peg, right? It's not Peg, right? So like, Prime, I feel like it's an energy, but Prime, their drink Prime is going to be the first ever centerpiece logo in a WWE ring, and they will roll that out for the very first time at WrestleMania. Dollars on dollars on dollars. You know they say everybody has a price. Everybody has a price, and WWE keeps finding these checks everywhere. What's going on, Pepe? I see you guys. I see you. Listen, I see you guys on Instagram. Where I don't see you is here. I see Sebastian here. I see them here. I saw them here. Thank you. I don't see you here. You guys over here watching me with the squiggly lines on Instagram. You weirdos. I'm sorry. Bring your ass down to Sharkeys. You already missed Happy. Happy Hour ended at 7. I was here. I got like 3 drinks on a happy hour. We got to mix them. I don't know something about those happy hour drinks. They got a little bit more fizz in them. Then that keg is fresher. No, but definitely big up to the Paul brothers, Prime Energy Drake, and WWE making a collaboration to have them be the centerpiece. Now, what I don't know is if they're going to be there every single week. So it's probably something they'll roll out. They'll try it, right? We'll see it at the next at Premium Live event, the next PLE, right, which is going to be WrestleMania, and we may see it just at the PLEs, which won't last long. If it starts off that they're only doing it for pay-per-view events or premium live events, which allows basically them to have a contract where, okay, now you could bid for this, or you can bid for this event, you can bid for this one, you can bid for this one. Now, having this roll out for the WrestleMania, which is basically their Super Bowl, you see where this is going when it comes to producing revenue, because this seems like more of a partnership, more than I'm anticipating that Logan that the Pauls bought the advertising space for the ring, versus that they just found the perfect way to do it out. Now, who knows how the split is going to be and the percentages are. I just find it weird. I could be talking to my ass. I didn't do any research on that statement. But to see the writing on the wall where, if not on every pay-per-view event, at every event that we start seeing, we're going to start seeing logos on there. Basically, start imagining the ring like we have the Octagon. You're going to see logos on there. You're going to see advertisers on there. And if there are any purists out there that feel like the ring is going to be tainted because there's going to be logos there, shut your pie hole. Sorry. But you have to understand what WWE is cooking up here. Just like the NBA, just like the NFL, just like Major League Baseball, just like hockey, they are looking for streams of revenue. And there's a collective bargaining agreement and revenue sharing that goes on. So if they can find more revenue from selling advertisement ring space, they're going to do it. And if you're a fan of the sport, you want to see that. Brings in more talent, gets the better trainers, allows us to see the product that we like just a little bit longer. And also, if we like it so much, why not want to see them paid? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We want to see them paid. But when I say like the fight world was on an explosion this weekend, because not only did Logan Paul announce Prime, WWE, and Prime's
Tyson.
Collaboration. I would talk about that. Stop yelling.
Oh, fuck that! You fucking sorry, YouTube guys. We got a background noise.
But not
Jake
only
Paul.
Not only are they collaborated not only are they collaborated with Prime, right?
Fucking money.
Not only did we hear
It's all
about
Jake Paul's gonna fucking get dead that day.
not only did we hear about Mike Tyson and
Dead.
Jake Paul scheduled for a fight, but we also had the very much anticipated crossover fight between Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou.
Little.
I can't. Listen, I'm gonna make something. I can't pronounce the name how I normally
don't
pronounce
want to
it.
fuck up your show. My
That's
bad.
okay. Ngannou, right? Now,
What was the name?
Francis
Francis who?
Francis from Africa. He went to an all-boys school, right?
Yeah, but on a serious note, Jake Paul and Tyson. What do you think?
I'm here for it.
You're.
Yeah, okay. I'm here for the fight. No,
My bad.
no, it's okay.
No,
It's a good question.
I don't know.
It's a good question. I'm here for the fight. I am here for the fight in every sense of the word, because And I mentioned her, but yeah, let's share. Let's share and talk. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. That you be mine.
You got to
That
change
you
your
be mine,
shoes.
neighbor.
You got to change your shoes.
I put him on the wrong foot.
No, that's what he did.
He
He changed his shoes.
He changed twice a day. He put on a new shoes and he put on a new sweater.
Cardigan.
Yeah.
Cardigan.
So I'm here for it. Let me just say that. Let me start there. I approve of the fight. In the words of the great Mills Lane,
It's a stupid fight.
I'll allow it. It's a fight that we've seen coming. So let me
Well, you
hit
got to remember, Tyson's 57. Jake Paul is what?
20
30.
something.
How old is he?
I don't even know. 20 something?
No, he's in his 30s. He's got to be, right?
Let's
He's
look
going to
up.
be absolutely fucking demolished.
27.
Demolished. Now, he's a lot taller, but you get hit by one hit from Tyson, you are done.
Yeah, so yeah, Tyson's 57, Jake is 27, Logan is 28. Huh. They're a little younger than I
One
thought.
punch.
I thought Logan was in his 30s. So, like I said, I'm here all for it. One,
We will be here for that fight.
And I said,
I guarantee I will be here with you, whatever day it is.
One of the reasons I mentioned is because it's a fight that Jake Paul had to earn.
He didn't earn it.
Yes, yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
How long has he been doing this celebrity boxing thing?
YouTube videos. That's all he cares about.
No. How long has he been doing this? For a couple of years now. He's been doing YouTube fights for a while. He's called out Mike Tyson for years.
That might be his last call out ever.
No, but you have to understand, he was never, ever at the point.
I don't think there's a boxer that ever hits harder than Tyson.
Oh no, listen.
If he squares up on you,
That's a fact.
you're out.
That's a fact. But let's talk about the beauty of what got them this guy here. He had to build up his brand for Mike Tyson to say, you're worth me stepping in the ring with you to get a bag. Because all Mike Tyson is doing in this stage of his career is getting bags. That's all he's doing.
You're right. I agree.
The Paul boys have been doing this celebrity fukakta boxing thing, fight ring
Paper fighter.
for almost a decade since they were teenagers on YouTube. You missed what I said earlier. They outgrew YouTube. Weird, but they outgrew YouTube because they realized these fights that they were putting on, they could get more money for outside of YouTube. What'd you
say?
But that's smart though.
Money.
If you outgrow your office,
Tyson doesn't.
you get more space. Because so when they were big YouTubers, they called out Mike Tyson. You're not big enough yet. Cool. Wasn't even respected enough yet. Cool.
Who'd they call out last year?
They start putting on fights on
Jake Paul's last fight.
On some of these premium apps, Fight TV, The Zone, stuff like that.
Yeah, I know that.
Outgrew that platform. Now if you outgrow it, you outgrow it. What? I'm sorry. If I'm a
you don't have to be sorry to me.
No. But I'm saying like
sorry to me.
you're giving me the money sign as
talking.
if it's something that's wrong with it. If I sell out Sharkeys every single year and they're standing room only, I'm gonna move on from Sharkeys. I'm gonna bring this to a bigger venue. It's only the proper thing to do.
I know, but I don't want to see anybody damaged.
Oh,
Jake Paul's going to be damaged.
I want to see him get the brakes beat off of him.
That will be his last fight.
Listen,
I don't want to see him. Anything
I don't want
bad
to say that I
happen
want
to
him to eat food,
But I'm telling
eat porridge out of a straw for the rest of his life. But I want it to at least be a little chunky, like no. But
that's when.
So now you see the draw of it, right? Not only has he built up this following, but he's also built up a following. People don't want to see him get knocked the fuck out since his YouTube days.
You're never going to win against a boxer.
And what perfect guy to do it? You understand? Like, you have to give them their respect. Because how many people off the street can earn a pay-per-view, a multi-hundred million dollar pay-per-view fight with Iron freaking fucking, oh my God, he bit his ear off and fucked you in the ass, Mike Tyson. Who earns that? What random regular Joe? These are regular Joes. These are technically nobodies. They're not boxers. They're entertainers.
He's fucking tall, though.
And,
I'll tell you that.
And Mike Tyson,
got to reach.
In his post-professional career, is still one of the biggest draws in the fight game. And now you got these Paul boys who have just been big draws in YouTube. You understand? Now they own land in Puerto Rico where he lives and trains and fights at.
Yeah.
We know that's an issue because they bought cheap ass land in Puerto Rico and they live over there and they capitalize off of that shit. But hey, kudos to them, right?
Was that a thing?
No, it was a thing for a little while. Like there was people he got some backlash for it, but you got
to remember one thing.
Kid is gonna fight against Mike Tyson.
Tyson can take a hit, a sledgehammer to the head. He'll be okay. Jake Paul is never gonna even land anything.
And now we get to what's selling it. Because like I said, for a decade, everybody wants to see the Paul boys get. They fought everybody. They fought former UFC guys that
Jake Paul's last fight. I'm trying to think who he fought.
It didn't go well.
I know it didn't.
It didn't go well enough. So now you go for the big dog.
No, he beat him.
No.
He beat him.
But what did you do 5 different times over here? Money.
Fucking call Tyson out.
No. But
would you do that?
Yes.
No, you fucking wouldn't.
In his
one fucking punch, he'd be fucking out.
It's okay.
No, it's for the $5 million
for him.
You gotta wake back up.
$5 million.
You gotta wake back up.
Try $250 million.
That's gonna be a lot.
Try
of money.
$500 million.
It's gonna be a lot of money.
I haven't said this yet. This is gonna be a. I'm live.
Fuck. I told you I'm fucking with you.
Well, you shouldn't come out here while I'm recording. You know why I'm recording. But this is gonna be one of the unprecedented pay-per-view numbers that we have ever seen. These numbers are going to skyrocket. You understand? This is going to be as big as Pacquiao Mayweather, if not bigger. This is going to be big numbers.
I believe that. I definitely believe that.
And it isn't because people think that. So it is going to be big, not because people think that Jake Paul has a chance against Mike Tyson. This is going to be big numbers because 250 million people want to see him get.
Do you really think Tyson's going to lose?
His block not. What did you hear? Listen to what I'm saying.
I fucking hear you.
Okay, so how did that question come from what I'm saying? There's 250 million people that want to see Jake Paul get his block knocked off.
Round 1, 10 seconds.
That's what they want to see.
That's what it's going to be.
First
punch.
If they allow the lion out the cage.
Oh, you fucking think it's going to be fixed?
I didn't say fixed.
Bullshit! I saw your eyes.
No. But if you've seen if you've been preview to their fights.
Anyway, Tyson's not going to fix the fight. He will knock you the fuck out.
No. It's not about fixing. It's about the rules of the fight. Did you not remember the rules of the fight when his brother fought Mayweather?
I need to know the ounces of gloves. What are they going to use?
So that was one of the things. Ounces of gloves changed. It was also a glorified exhibition fight, which means that they couldn't go for the knockout. So
I don't know. I think it's going to be different here.
That's what
it's going to be a slaughter.
So when you ask me, I didn't say anything about it being rigged. I'm concerned about what rules may be implemented from now until July 20th.
It doesn't matter.
Because, like I said, what did I say? They have to. Tyson fought Roy Jones Jr. Remember how that fight went on and the rules of that fight. So again, it's all about if they allow the lion out the cage. They may have him. They may put those big ass mitts on the lion and say that you can.
You're not going to stop Tyson from doing anything. He's going to balls to the wall.
Yeah. That's what we would like to believe. And
I think it's going to be.
We saw different versus Roy Jones. He could have knocked Roy Jones out 18 different times in that fight. But yet the contract did not allow it. It was a glorified exhibition fight.
Not
So
this fight.
my only concern,
Not this fight. No.
we don't know yet. We hope so. And I'm with you. I hope so.
I think that's what it's going to be. I hope that's what it's going to be.
Now,
Page 2.
oh, there's always a page 2.
What are we talking about now?
So as I was talking about when you pulled up, is that
Yeah, you're on camera.
of course I'm on camera. I'm
Not a
recording.
camera guy. Not a camera guy.
Well, you're not on camera.
Doesn't matter. You hear my voice.
Well, you're talking and you have a voice.
I'll be
Everybody
back.
see you.
That's the silliest thing. He's like,
What kind of show you want?
I want to talk sports with you. I don't want to talk sports with you on your sports show because this is
What kind of shot you want?
whatever shots. I come here to talk sports, yet you don't want to talk sports with me when I talk sports.
No, I'm going to have a drink.
Okay, I understand that, but yeah,
What do you want?
whatever, what
Tequila?
that works. I'll take a shot at anything. I'm not picky. I'm grateful. So I'll take whatever. Thank you very much. Huh? Yingling. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I be aggressive. You know we get aggressive here on the Mighty Sports Podcast. It comes up. And I knew that. See, and I have to fight this. I have to fight these urges all the time. And what these urges are is called fuddy-duddy urges, right? Where your age starts to come out in all of your thinkings, and they don't evolve with the times, and that's a rough place to be in at times, because just like how, and I don't know if you guys were able to catch everything that he was saying, right? He was talking about possibly being fixed and everything else. He's also the same guy that we were talking about that he feels some type of way about college players getting paid. And I'm like, you have to adjust how you feel, how you think. Like, these aren't college kids getting paid. These are college adults getting paid. And every adult that works deserves to make money. Why is sports the only place that you can intern and not break bread? See, like him and a friend of his earlier did not realize or did not believe me when I eventually, like, they thought I just made a radical statement that players used to lose benefits, basically lose out on millions, as you've already made trillions off my name if I got jelly on a bagel versus butter. That's a real thing. So that's how always feel like we have to change. We just have to constantly keep upping and updating our thought process because we get stuck in ways. Now, there's some places that you're allowed to get stuck in. Kind of music that you like for rap? Yeah, listen, let's put on that 90 station on Pandora all day long. Listen to that motherfucker ride. Right? You can stay stuck there. But you can't be the person that's like, oh, today's music is just... Because at one point in time, there was somebody that's our age now that was talking about the music that you were listening to at the age of the people that are listening to it now, talk about, oh, today's music. And there was always one thing I always had to catch myself. Damn, like, you guys only judging it based off the radio. Like, that's all you hear. But we knew, like, based off buying the CDs, just like how when they used to buy their tracks, they'd be like, oh, man, you have to get into... Like, that's what we got. Man, you got to get into the minutia of the tracks, young blood. And you can't just listen to what they play on the radio. Nah, man, that's for popular music. That's that pop shit. We don't play that pop shit here. Nah, man, listen here. Let me play this track here for you, young blood. Hold on. When I wake up in the morning light and the sunshine gets my eyes. You understand? Like, thank you so much. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it, Travis Smoke. I do. So, y'all the ones that taught us to look beyond the tracks on the radio. But then we get lazy and we grow up. And we no longer buying the CDs. We no longer looking at the album covers. We no longer caring about who produced this, who produced that, and the tracks in between. We're just going about our day, hustling and bustling. We listen to the radio, and then we catch the garbage that gets produced and pushed through the radio. And like our day, like today's day, the radio is still popular music. So are you gonna when you hear it? Yeah, because the radio is generally has the tracks that makes the feet move. Not all that stuff in between in the CDs, like tracks 4 through 11. That's the stuff that you sat back, you chilled to, and you told people like, "Yo, those are the tracks that made you appreciate the artists that everybody bashed for either being too commercial or not real enough or anything else." Be like, nah, you ain't really heard their album. So we have to protect ourselves against these fuddy duddyisms. We could have. It was another big fight. I'm gonna put a little more time a little more time on the clock on the yeah, sand in the timer. There was a major crossover fight. This one had a nice draw to it. This is one of the few crossover fights that we saw against two major heavyweights. On one side, professional boxer Anthony Joshua. On the other side, semi-retired MMA fighter Francis Ngannou. Now, this was a fight that was only enticing on paper and visually. You had Francis Ngannou, right? Ngannou, right? Ngannou. There we go. Ngannou. Sheesh, I knew it would come back to my tongue eventually. Pause. But Francis Ngannou, right? He's an MMA fighter who's a really good striker with lethal knockout power. Now, everything that I said outside of MMA fighter should have told you that this was fluff. Everything else was fluff. Great striker, not a boxer. One of the most powerful hitters, not a boxer. Heavyweight, not a boxer. Chiseled like a Greek god, not a boxer. Versus a boxer. A professional boxer. A former champion. You understand? Anthony Joshua was so unfazed by this fight. I could honestly say he didn't even come in his best shape. All he tried to do was redeem that fight that he had against the fat Mexican with the skinny legs. I forget his name. Skinny legs. No, skinny legs. But I forget his name. I really forget his name. But Anthony Joshua was really completely unfazed by this fight. And you saw it. He worked. When I say he worked Francis Ngannou until the point where it looked like the only thing that was keeping Francis up was pride. Pride and pride alone. Oh, that's where it's at. And when pride wasn't enough, pride got him knocked out eventually. It wasn't spectacular. Francis's performance, that is. Now, before I go on, actually, no, I'm going to keep going on. Francis didn't have it. And when it looked like the only thing that was keeping him up was pride, Anthony Joshua came in after the bell rang. The round just started. He hit him with a feint, came with the overhand right, caught him square in his dome piece, covered the whole left, going this way, whole left hemisphere of his face, had him lean back, do the stinky leg, scorpion, pop back out, kind of go knock out. The little referee from Mike Tyson's Punch Out came in. And it's a wrap. Now, let me tell you why everything that I said about Francis Ngannou was fugazi. It was fluff. I just spent 20 minutes before this telling you of how great an amateur boxer in Jake Paul looked against professional MMA fighters that were really good strikers, athletes, other guys that weren't boxers, where even himself, in his most droplet, the smallest tedious amount of professional boxing that he has, boxing skills that he has, can knock out all of them because they're not boxers. Your technique isn't there. You can't cover up properly. You don't know how to throw a proper jab and protect yourself from a boxer. Your knockout power is great. You can't box. Great striker for MMA, great. You can't box. You got outbox. He box you up. And we see this no matter how this is presented to us. We see it almost every time. Boxer steps in MMA ring, boxer gets choked out. Or the fight is stopped quickly. Boxer or MMA fighter steps in boxing ring, MMA fighter gets knocked out. For as much as their skills are respected in their each individual fields, the moment they cross over, you're at an automatic disadvantage. Now I'm gonna tell you what though. Come here, come closer. Come closer. You know who made the crossover really well and won her MMA fights? Her, yes, her. Chelsea Fields, the women boxer, a phenomenal women boxer, the women's boxer that could whoop Jake Paul's and Logan Paul's ass right now if they tried. So, when it comes to the Francis Ngannou fight with Anthony Joshua, who is one of the top three at one point in time, top one at one point in time, but still considered one of the top three, top five heavyweight fighters in the world. This fight went down exactly how I thought it would be. And this is why I come back to say, if they allow the Tiger out the cage in this Tyson and Jake Paul fight, Jake Paul doesn't have a chance. If Tyson has to make a spectacle out of this, like Mayweather had to do with his brother, keep him up, keep the crowd going, keep them entertained, not knock him out in the first 15 and a half seconds, then we may get something worth 6 rounds, 4 rounds maybe even go to distance. But if they let that Tiger go Tiger, it is Barnum and Bailey, Ringling and Bovers circus all over again. So, speaking of fights, speaking of fights, the NCAA women's basketball has been getting spicy. You realize for the last 4 shows, we have found some way to creep into the DMs of women's basketball. Excuse me. And boy, is it lovely here. I'm telling you right now. Hold on. I'm right here. No, hold on. I'm going to this fight on July 20th to see. Yo. Watching from Cedar Hill, Texas. Thank you. Oh, there you go, David Burns. You're always watching from Cedar Hill, Texas. I appreciate you watching. Let me see. Gonna see the fight versus Mike Tyson is gonna put Jake Paul to sleep and read him a bedtime story. And I've seen the training Tyson does. Yo, that's see. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. Hold on. Come back because that's the draw. This is the Mayweather draw. But everybody bought these Mayweather pay-per-views to see him get knocked out. So far, this has been the Paul draw. Everybody buys these Paul pay-per-views, and I should say everybody. They have a fan base that wants to see them win. But it's a good portion that watch these fights to see if this athlete, this celebrity, this MMA fighter, that's a great striker, right, can knock them out. It's not about with certain people, it's not about them winning. It's about if somebody can beat them. And that's going to be the draw is that if they let this tiger go tiger, Jake Paul you understand? Jake can't find enough insurance to pay off the bodily injuries that he is going to succumb once Mike Tyson gets these hands on him. And I'm telling you, I'm not going to pay for it. That's my alarm to take my butt to bed. So that's a normal day. I'm not going to pay for it. I guarantee you that. July 20th. That's 3 days from my birthday. We won't have a show that day. Right? Wait, is July 20th a Monday? No. July 20th is wait a minute. July 20th. What day is July 20th? Oh, let's look this up real quick. Let's look this up real quick. Yeah. Okay, July 20th is a Saturday. All right. That's what I thought. So, hopefully I'll be lucky to even be in South Florida, right? I leave every birthday weekend. But we'll be around. I'm probably not going to pay for it. But I'll come to the bar. I'll come to Sharkeys on that Saturday. I'll come watch with a group of people because I want to see the excitement or disappointment when Jake Paul does or does not get knocked out. Because you have to figure, it's Mike Tyson, right? I know we're thinking it's Mike Tyson. How does he not get knocked out? If the rules don't allow it. That's the only way. It's the only way we see it. If the rules don't allow it. If they allow this tiger to be let out the cage, man, you understand? We're going to be watching this like it's a blood sport. We are going to be watching this like I cannot wait. I know this is bad, and we shouldn't say things like this, but I feel like there's a demographic of the population that wants Jake Paul to get knocked out so bad, and he's laying on his back throwing up gang signs. Not me. It's just the population of the world. Just the population of the world. Please. Requires Fago. But, like I said, boxing world is not the only place that's spicy. NCAA women's basketball, college women's basketball. Their game has been getting spicy. And we have spent the last 4 weeks, I feel like, talking women's college basketball in some way or another. Well, this time it comes back around and we're talking LSU, former women's champions, SCU, South Carolina University, the previous champions, and also the team that has gone undefeated in the regular season for the last 2 years. 2 years they haven't lost a game in the regular season. Brethren. Hold on, Pimpin. Everything's good, everything's good. And they faced each other. And boy, was this a game. Not only was this a game, you had the ins and outs, the passes, the three-point shoot, but you had a level of physicality. And I know I said earlier in the podcast that for people that like 90s basketball, you can take that shit and keep it. But for my people that like 90s basketball, we saw that shit in the women's game, and you could take that shit, and I love it. I want to hug, I want to squeeze it, I want to pat it on the head and call her Susan. You're a good girl. Good girl. This game started to get chippy, right? Like I said, you had the champs versus another. I'm gonna run up something else. Yeah. They had the champs versus the former champs, another undefeated team, right? Two teams that's not scared of each other. LSU ain't scared of South Carolina. South Carolina ain't scared of LSU. LSU made sure they came out after the game after they lost because LSU didn't lose. They said, yo, we ain't scared of South Carolina. Everybody keep talking like we scared of them. We ain't scared of them. We about that life. We outside. We gonna see them. Sounds like you're scared of them. Well, that's just me talking. But boy, did we see it. We saw it get a little chippy, right? We saw Reese and another girl get into it. And then we saw South Carolina's big 7-foot broad. I call her 7 foot because she's not really 7 foot, but she's their center. So I'm giving her the male equivalent in size. I'm giving her a WWE boost. Their 7-foot center coming there, lay her on her ass. And hey, yo. When I said things got spicy, Shorty's brother flying in from Brazil, right? First game they seeing with their little sis. And all this is going on. They're like, nah. He jumped over the stands, right? Got onto the court and realized, my bad, this ain't Brazil. I can't be doing this kind. Y'all there?
Yeah.
All right, Pippin, you be safe. Like, I can't be doing this in America. I'm on a vacation visa. So, but he didn't do much. He hopped over, realized he was in the wrong, and very, very quickly stopped what he was doing, put his hands up, fell back, and was like, his senses came to him really quick. Johnny!
Hey, that's my BBC though.
Your BBC?
Best black comedian.
I was like, were you watching the podcast when I mentioned BBC earlier?
No.
So I literally mentioned BBC earlier.
What does that mean? Best black comedian?
Big black cock.
Oh. He knows that. I know that.
Oh, I'm about to say. I mean, when you walk up to me and ask, how's my best BBC? Like, I'm a... Pause.
Best black comedian.
So stupid. We doing good. Right, we getting into the women now. Actually, you know what? Since we are getting into the women, and we all love getting into women here. Right?
Do they have a BCC too?
Whoa, BCC?
BBC.
Now they got a BCC?
They might.
Big black coochie? I mean, they Oh, God. The women's college game has been phenomenal this year. And it's been exciting for the last 2-3 years. Revolved around Caitlin Clark, Paige Beckers, Juju, I forget her name, but Juju, Angel Reese, right? You understand? I just named you 4 people from women's basketball that are stars right now. Ask me how many people I can name for men this year. None. I don't know none of these young niggas. They're not popping. They're not out here breaking the all-time scoring record for men. Breaking the all-time scoring record. Whoa, 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 whoa. My bad. Let's do it. Let's try it again. They're not out here breaking the all-time scoring record for women. They're not out here breaking the all-time scoring record for men. They're not out here breaking the all-time three-point record now. Of all, you understand? In 1 year, Caitlin Clark has taken down Kelsey Plum in the women's all-time scoring record, Pete Maravich in the all-time men's scoring record, and Stephen Curry in the all-time three-point record. In 1 year. And that's just her. I mentioned Angel Reese, who was a champion last year. Social media megastar. One of the highest paid women in college basketball, Angel Reese, LSU. I even talk about Juju in South Carolina, undefeated for 2 years. And then we forget about Paige Beckers because she's been injured. And we forgot before there was a Caitlin Clark, we were talking about Paige Beckers. And all 4 of them can be coming out in this draft this year if they want to. Caitlin already proclaimed, but this is the rise that we get, and we may get an opportunity to see all of them face each other in some way, shape, or form. And yes, when it comes to college, we can say it's going to be rigged to be. Make sure it happens. But no, in college, they will make sure that these 2 or 4 schools clash at the most beneficial time in the tournament if they can make it there. Because they'll place them in the proper brackets so that the meeting is late. You just got to do your job and not lose to some team that you're not supposed to lose to on the way up there. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
They'll set you up for it. You just got to take care of your end of the bargain.
They got it.
But it is phenomenal.
You heard the 2 from black group,
it was fighting.
no,
Oh,
the one that was asleep on the leg.
that's Angel Reese.
Yeah.
And she rolls up the leg. She rolls it up a little bit and put the sleeve on. Yeah.
Did you see the interview she did? She was like, they asked her if she was gonna go to the WNBA.
I did not see that interview. Talk to me.
And she basically said, she was like, listen, we're good. Not only we're good, we're educated. And we have other things going for us besides just basketball. But with our NIL deal, she named a whole bunch of shit. Sponsorship, NIL deal. She was like, why would I enter the WNBA draft and get paid less than what they're paying me in college?
Facts.
They both of them basically said that listen, if it's not out of the it's not out of our it's basically like they haven't written them off, but they were like the WNBA needs to give us some kind of incentive for us too. So with that being said, I want to see how they respond to that, because that little slight gesture right there, that's basically like a, you know what I'm saying, 2 hands on the commission for the WNBA to push their ass and see if it's going to change anything.
Well, so I know I haven't heard that specifically, right? But I've talked about it, because that's Angel Reese we're talking about now.
Yeah.
Which Angel Reese is doing the thing that I find more reasonable. Because I'm gonna talk about both of these ladies in at the same time. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese is the most highest paid woman in women's basketball. Clayton Clark is second. They both are eligible this year to go into the WNBA. Now, before I go further into them, I'm gonna pause right here and we'll branch off. When it, as far as and I'm jumping to the end portion of it, the WNBA may not be able to do anything right now, which is okay. The next leap monetarily that the WNBA makes, which they don't realize yet, is going to be when those four girls I just mentioned, mainly Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, but when those four girls come into the WNBA and they ball out and they put on the spectacle that was must see in college in the WNBA, so that the eyes convert, and if the eyes convert, then the revenue jumps.
Yeah.
Because right now, the WNBA can't do anything about their collective bargain revenue that they have in that they have to split. What they get in is what they get in right now. As far as these women go, and not just the women, men. Why leave college if I'm getting paid substantially? For these women specifically, Caitlin Clark makes about 900 something million. No, sorry, 900 something thousand, right? Between 900,000 and 1.2 million in NIL. When she goes to Angel Reese makes about 1.7 million, right? Somewhere between 1.7 and 2.1. When they go to the WNBA, they take a pay cut. Now, this is how it looks on the outside, that they take a pay cut. Remember, for what you get paid in college is only name, image, and likeness. So when they talk about what these ladies are getting paid in college, it's only advertisement money we're talking about here. We're not talking about they got a college contract for this. We're talking about just their advertisement money.
Yeah.
So I have started becoming curious because I've been hearing these words come out of my mouth and fall back into my own ears and process through my brain. Are you taking a pay cut when you go to the WNBA and you only make $250,000? Or is this now $250,000 plus your 1.7 mil in advertisements that you're coming across with?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know the answer, but this has been, as I've said that a couple of times, they're taking a pay cut. This has been the next question that has popped in my own head. Wait a minute, are they taking a pay cut, or are we now adding their salary to their endorsement deals?
Right. But my thing is this though, their endorsement deals, and the way it was explained to me the other night, that money can basically come from anywhere.
Exactly. Now, some endorsements, or
if it comes from the alumni, it comes from this, it comes from that. It could be once they go from college to the WNBA, they may lose that.
some endorsements.
But with that being said, too, once you move into the WNBA into a bigger, wider spectrum, I don't know why it's not a bigger.
WNBA is not quite a bigger, wider spectrum than college because college touches way more people.
But the only thing is if they will have to do a major. It has to be a major marketing scheme that they have to come up with in order for the people to come to the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because even if they do go to the WNBA, they can go, but then I don't think just those four girls are going to make everybody watch. Maybe they may watch their games. But what about all the rest of the games?
It's okay.
But that's
enough.
It's
eyes that would jump up, because when I watch your game, when I watch their games, I'm watching the other games. I'm watching the other talents.
Yeah.
And while I'm here to watch Angel, I'm here to watch Caitlin, somebody else is going to pop up on the screen like, oh damn, I didn't know about so-and-so. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So let's break this down a little more, because that intrigues me.
Hold on, let me just say one more thing. Also, too, I think that once they do jump into the WNBA, it's on the girl to structure the contract to the point to where, okay, cool. The only way, like, they have to make sure, like, if they start getting like sneaker deals, and then if they get a sneaker deal, then that's gonna be all over the fucking place. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
When it
your sneaker
comes
deal is
to
always separate from your NBA or your sports
I
contract.
know that part, but I'm just saying, like, the sneaker deal, like, the WNBA needs to push these sneaker companies to get them a sneaker deal, because now, because you know how after every game, even in the NBA, like, if these are some hot sneakers, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna end up doing collabs with the male talent. See what I'm saying? So if, let's just say, she does one with Steph Curry, or she does one with whatever the hot LeBron or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
So
Then
is that the WNBA's or is granted they should they should help they should be a driving force in
They
the
should be the middleman.
in the room when they're talking, but
No,
that's their agent.
They should be the one. No, what I'm trying to say is WNBA should be the one. You know what I'm saying? Whispering in these people's
Yeah.
ears to
Hey,
get, listen.
we need to get us.
This right here,
Listen, like,
this right here is gonna bring not only you, it's gonna bring us revenue, but it's gonna bring you revenue too. Because now you have a different approach. But then again, when it comes to business and it comes to these deals, like, there's a lot of people that, okay, cool, this is the next good next prospect, or the next superstar, and they spend all this money on a fucking, like it's a gamble,
No,
and then it turned out to be a bust. I don't think she'll be a bust.
yeah, so let's keep them positive.
No, I don't think she'll be a bust. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
it's always a gamble. Like, they're gonna have to take a chance in order to, you know what I'm saying, get them to come that way. Because if they come that way, then it's not a guarantee that, you know what I'm saying, that their numbers are gonna flip around like crazy. But then also, it's not a guarantee that they're not gonna flip around crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not gonna stay where they're at. They're not gonna fizzle out. But I think the WNBA should definitely start moving. They should start taking taking tips from the NBA and doing all these little extra, like the 3-on-3s and all of that shit from all these other leagues and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, they have their WNBA isn't inadequate, right? They're working on the things. So there's some things out of control and out of their control. Let me address the eyes portion, right? And I'll go through the process of it. I have I don't know if they will. I'm hoping that they have the kind of effect that Magic and Bird had when they came to the league.
Mm-hmm.
That their following excitement from college
We'll follow them.
followed them to the NBA. They both were great NBA players. That helped because remember, it was Magic and Bird that helped the NBA after being around for 30 years already. Take its next jump.
Yeah.
How long has the WNBA been around now? About 30 years.
Yeah.
So this is what it's always. This is the reality of certain things. Even because I always have to catch myself, even as I complain about certain things. I wish the women were getting more money. I have to understand the revenue sharing of it, and the fact that they are a super young league.
Yeah.
If we have to base it on the time frame that the NFL, NBA, and some of these other leagues had their massive explosion, the WNBA, especially for women's sport, is right on pace.
Yeah.
What they're lacking kind of right now, like I said, they've been catching waves, they've been catching the right momentum. You know, sorry, rest in peace to Kobe. Kobe was supposed to be like a force multiplier for them, but they lost him and they have to find their own way. This may be that next step. Now, to go into the contracts, you're right. Some contracts, some endorsement deals are school based, locally based, right? So she's getting. So we talked about her getting 900 something thousand. 100,000 is from your local car wash versus the the watch deal that you have, the deal with Rihanna that you know what I mean, like Rihanna's brand, like the Maybelline deal. Like the school doesn't have anything to do with Rihanna, or the school doesn't have these Maybelline deals. They may have an Aflac, maybe if you get with an Aflac commercial, maybe a Jake from State Farm commercial that you could get in there,
The general.
right? The jet stuff like that, but.
Yeah.
So they may have some national sponsorship that they can help, that they can get you some money from. Then there's going to be some local stuff that you're getting some money from. But a good portion of this for these ladies. Now, these ladies we're talking about, I mentioned 4 ladies so far, or your upper echelons. These are your Stephen Curry, your LeBron James, your Kevin Durant, your James Harden of the leagues, right? Your upper tier guys, meaning that they don't just have to rely on league pay and league advertisements. They're going to draw their own set of advertisements that are going to help financially push them. So maybe they lose, each one of them, 500,000 in local school endorsements. You'll make up $500,000 once you guys, because any restrictions that they may have that you can't get in school is going to be taken off, and you're going to be able to get it in the next level.
Right.
So again, I just kind of keep hoping that it's, and in the WNBA, they're going to push them for their national commercials. So guess what? WNBA, State Farm. WNBA, Tassat. WNBA, Kia. So if you didn't have those before, while your last car deal was for Al Hendricks Toyota,
Yeah.
your next deal is for Global Toyota.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so those may be the, like, so you're right. Like I said, that they'll probably end up losing some local stuff.
Oh, I mean,
What I'm gonna hope is that they make that up on that next level.
They will. I think they definitely will, because there's no reason for. I mean, yeah, if they, yeah, I think they definitely are gonna go up. And I think if they don't go up, I mean, I'm pretty sure that they're working on some other things outside of.
But they're always
You
working.
know what I'm saying? Like if this shit doesn't pan out the way they want to. But if next season's their last season, no?
What's that? Oh no, well, let's get into that, because I was gonna circle back around to that. So I told you both ladies are in the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
And when I mean same situation, both situation. Both of them can leave school this year and go professional. That was a little hard to pull. I don't know what's going on with that one.
You good?
So you just told me what Angel Reese said.
Let me get the rest of it.
That why is she gonna go to the next level? Nah, let me sit here and enjoy it. And which is what I want for Beckers. I said this last week when I was just talking about, not Beckers, but Caitlin Clark. Because she already declared that she's gonna go to the WNBA after this year. This is her last year. She has one more year of eligibility, the same way Angel Reese does. But she said, no, I'm going to the next level. I want to test my game on the next level. I want to see what the fuck I can do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I personally have found that slightly foolish, because I'm like, enjoy the big dog on campus. Enjoy your college years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy this college money while you have it, because I don't, as much as I hope that you're so big that you won't lose any endorsement money, right? So you'll get in, look at how I'm hoping the formula works. So you'll get your endorsement money plus your regular pay, and it'll still be, if not equal to, hopefully more than what you would get in when we add everything up that you was getting in college, right? Hopefully you don't really have to take that pay cut. But to me, I'm like, if you know for a fact you're taking a pay cut, enjoy this one more year, because it's going to take you 5 years. It may take it It's going to take you. It may take you 5 years for you to make up the money that you're passing up this 1 year.
I don't think. Or two things. If she leaves and the other two stay, that might be a good thing for her because of the simple fact that she will be the only one.
All eyes are on me.
All eyes are on her.
But then,
but then, hold on. On the other side, the two girls not going is good for them too because they see how this girl is going to be treated.
And she's the white girl.
So then they can move.
That's not for nothing. But it could, you know that they were like, okay, they treat her like this.
But
they treat her wrong. They know they're gonna treat her wrong.
Yeah. And then also they the two could maneuver differently
based off her experience.
Exactly.
You know, facts.
And if they all three went this year, then it would be a competition from all the sponsors and everything else. Like she's basically gonna have first dibs on everything if she keeps the numbers that she has.
But if they all come in though, the wave of that rookie class is the kind of things that we talk about, like Magic and Bird, that helps propel your sport.
Right.
And now, granted, I'm not against any of these kids staying longer in college and making it away. Because this is where I'm at with them. Like,
right.
You mentioned, granted, she said the right things. She said it on both sides. She said, hey, why am I going to leave? I'm making good money here. Right? This, that, and the third. But the other thing is also, why would I leave, right, when I'm getting paid to be properly educated?
Yeah.
Because for the women's sport, you already have to stay there 3 years. I already can't leave. I already have to do 3 years here. What's one more? What's two more? If I'm getting paid. What's especially if I'm getting paid and it's a hell of a school and I can get some real paperwork that's tangible.
I'm pretty sure
outside. That's what she alluded to, right?
No. She's basically saying like we have other things going. Like we're not, basketball's not everything. Like we go to a good school, we have good education.
Exactly.
So I'm pretty sure that if she was to, let's just say she was to leave this year.
Let's see what comes out.
I'm pretty sure that was gonna happen. Like the school they're gonna do some kind of online, Try to do some like online classes or something. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get the diploma. They're gonna get the degree.
Yeah. And if that's part of it, I can't knock it, and I'm not knocking it either. Like why would I? I can't. Like I'm for that too. Like get your degree because again, too many of these guys, because of how they're structured, where they can come out after their first year and go get the bag, they're not even usually even close to getting their degree to even consider, you know what? Let me stay 1 more year. Let me stay 2 more years and let's finish up this degree real quick. Nah, they go get the money and then I'll worry about the degree 8 years later after I have $400 million to my name.
Don't need a degree after that.
Now, one of the byproducts that we've been seeing though, less underclassmen are declaring, so less freshmen have already started declaring for the NBA because now they get money. I don't have to rush anymore.
Yeah.
I can. That's what I said. Like, believe it or not, if you're a big man on campus, I go to St. John's. I'm a big man on campus, but I'm not ranked for the NBA, or if I'm ranked 53rd for the NBA draft. Let me see enjoy this big man on campus shit. Let me enjoy this money, right? I can still go next year. If I'm ranked 53rd now,
hopefully you're doing something.
Hopefully I can get up higher, or if I'm ranked 53rd, I'm damn near undrafted anyway. You know what I mean? So let me get this money now, and then I'll transition because for guys like that, ranked 53rd, if you're the big man at St. John, if you get ranked 53rd, you're not coming to the NBA making money.
Yeah.
You're one of those few guys. You know what I mean? You're in a group of guys that
Prep squad.
don't get talked about, but you get lumped into the guys as if you make hundreds of millions of dollars when people talk about sports. When you're one of the guys that $1 million that they would have given you that they paid to all of the winners for the in-season tournament, that shit is more than your yearly contract. You know what I mean? Drafted 53rd. So I can see the guys like that. So I appreciate that. So you're catching on each grade less people declared for the NBA at a different percentage because so many people decided to move on just because, I gotta get this money. I gotta get my family out this situation. I'm tired of this. Like for them, granted, it's only 18 years and they don't realize they still have 3/4 of their life to live, right? But this is all they've ever known and lived, and they've been dying of getting to this dream position to change their family's life. So if they can get it, they're gonna get it. Now if I can get it in college, and now I have the opportunity. Like I don't have to rush the money process. I can work on me some. I can really get educated here. I can learn something. I can get some real papers that say like, yo, when I'm done with this, I can really go pursue some accounting. I can really go pursue a doctorate. I can be this. I can be that when I'm the 53rd pick in the draft. I'm the undrafted pick. I don't have to be like, oh my God, woe is me. Nah, I left school with $3 million saved up and a fucking degree. Where most people leave college with a degree and $300,000 in debt. I like it. Like I said, and I don't think anybody can talk me off of. I really hope I hit start on this. Oh, I did. Okay. Nobody can talk me off of enjoying or appreciating and liking the fact that college kids are getting paid. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you this, and I don't know if there's only two people I really find that have a problem with this: white people and old people. And sometimes it's old white people. Right? And granted, it's just you get stuck into what you grew up knowing. Like I said, you have to constantly we have to constantly protect ourselves against fuddy-duddyism. Just old thinking where we're not thinking about the adaptation of the time, or sometimes thinking about why was this like this to begin with. Like I said, I had to talk to an individual. Like, there's no way you can tell me that you're okay with people making trillions of dollars while somebody else gets paid nothing. He said, "Oh, but they're kids." No, they're not. They're adults. You're telling me if you were putting in 50, 60 hours of something at 18 years old, you don't want to be monetarily compensated for it?
But how much should they get paid though? More than what the degrees worth again?
Whatever that car dealership is willing to pay me for bringing excitement to this podunk town. You understand? Like, if I'm the draw, as I say, it's only weird in college sports. If I'm a comedian and I'm a draw, why would I go do shows for free? Is Kevin Hart doing shows for free at 20? If he could make $250,000?
No, but he did shows for free. That's how you get.
No, exactly. I was high school. I wasn't an adult.
Yeah, he put his work in.
Exactly.
His time.
Exactly.
I mean, you're talking about what? 3 years of college?
3 years of college is a now remember, Johnny, we've been here before.
Oh, you got beers to go?
See?
Yeah, I ordered a 3 bucket.
I'm still on.
He's still on.
Of course. He's the only person that wants to talk sports with me. Was like, I don't want to talk it when you're on your show when you talk sports.
Go to commercial break. Do you have advertisements yet?
Blue Chew. I already did a Blue Chew commercial. Blue Chew, not Bluetooth. No, Blue Chew. Blue Chew's that little blue pill that gets you back your thrill. Just open up a pack, head straight to the sack.
All right, hey,
It's
you know
called
what?
Viagra.
Hey, I'll see you next time.
All right, Pippin. Just a few chews before you do. Now, it does have the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
So it's a cheap version
so-
of Viagra.
That's why this is one opportunity that you just can't miss.
You have some on you?
For a very low cost, you could beat it up like a boss.
You have some on you?
And she will love how you come through like a champ when you blue chew in advance.
You guys are a bunch of fucking idiots.
They know what the
Wow.
fuck.
I'm fucking 52 years old. I don't need fucking Viagra.
Nobody needs
You don't
Viagra.
Get a nice fucking girl.
It's not what you need. It's what you
When's
want.
the last time you
I
got
don't want
laid?
anything.
Exactly.
Let
Listen.
that girl take that shit up.
Listen, I want to do all the things I said I was gonna do in her DMs. I get real nasty in the DMs.
Whatever that is. I don't even know what that fucking
It
means.
goes down in the DMs. It goes down in the DMs. It goes
Hey,
down.
I'll see you.
I go down in the DMs. Ah! I know the perk was fake, but I'm a gremlin. I'm gonna eat it. Ah! That was the college guy that didn't think that college kids get paid. I know, granted, in a 5-minute conversation, I made him see the error of his ways because it's not logical anymore. Now, granted, when they worked, there was a time in the framework where I was like, yeah, this is the rules, they shouldn't get paid. But when you start breaking it down, and the NCAA is $1 trillion business, and the people that and the people that work to make the most to make these $1 trillion gets nothing, yet the coaches are getting paid buku of dollars. They have free mansions being paid for either by so the coaches can get money from advertisers. The coaches get money from the school. The coaches can get a free house from the boosters. I get jelly on my bagel, and I can lose my scholarship. That's why I had to explain to him and his buddy. That is not right. I major in accounting. I go to college. I get an internship in accounting. You know what that accounting firm does? Pays me my money. So why can't they get paid in? You understand? Sports was the only place in college where you could be gainfully employed and not get paid for it. And not only not get paid for it, get blocked from getting paid from anywhere else. Can't get a regular job. Oh no, gotta put in all this football work. Can't get paid from local dealership. Oh no, you gonna what? I can't make no. What? Oh, so only you got? That was nonsense. And they knew it. That was some slavery, Jim Crow, let's make money off of these motherfuckers while we can shit. And they milked that shit for 100 years while you motherfuckers said, well, the rules are the rules. I hate a rules are the rules ass motherfucker. This is why I was got in trouble in the military. I hate a rules is the rules ass motherfucker because every rule has a little bit of flaw in it that I'm not saying it may need to be changed, but it could use some tweaking or updated because it may be antiquated. And I've learned this from somebody. I learned this too. Sometimes when you're doing things and if you be like, well, that's just the way things are, that's just the way we do it, you have a problem.
Yeah, you're a sheep.
The moment those words come out your mouth, you have a problem, especially if you know there's a better way to do it, but your rebuttal to it, that's just the way we do things, and that's just the way it is. Oh, no. If once you come to that realization, then you should start making changes to adapt before you become obsolete. Now, this could be for product or for mental, for health, for sex, for anything. You've been doing it missionary for 2 years. Your girl hasn't busted a nut. The 2 times you did doggy style on Valentine's Day, she leaked all over the place. You're telling me something in your head doesn't tell you maybe we should start fucking doggy style more? What are you gonna do? Is keep doing missionary? I'm just saying. Oh man. Talking about getting money. We're in the last 30 minutes of the podcast. I don't think we're going to do a trivia today. We don't got the peoples. Sorry. But let's put some time on the clock. Last 20 minutes of the show. We have gotten some people getting paid today. Hundreds of millions of dollars have exchanged hands today in the NFL. As NFL free agency has opened up at 1 p.m. earlier today, and the money started flying off the shelf like it was a game of Monopoly gone bad. Now, this is kind of what's supposed to happen. I'm not. There's no disparity on the money that's out there, but the couple of names that caught the eyebrows. Baker Mayfield returns to Tampa Bay on a 3-year, almost $100 million deal. So that's like $30 million a year. That's not a lot for a starting quarterback. That's actually pretty much of a pretty decent discount. That leaves you a lot of leeway to be able to put pieces around you and sign additional pieces. That's not the shocking news. That's just news. Russell Wilson, the one-time thought of can't miss future Hall of Famer quarterback, is no longer a Denver Bronco. He is now a Pittsburgh Steeler. And I fully believe this is his last opportunity to solidify his Hall of Fame status, which wasn't in question before he went to Denver. And normally people usually can't play themselves out of the Hall of Fame. I feel as if Russell Wilson over these last couple of years is kind of playing himself out of the Hall of Fame in Denver. Now, before I get fully into that, there's a statement that I have to constantly remind myself as I talk about these things. LeBron James and Tom Brady has ruined or has greatly miscued the age perception of effective players in sports. Because these guys are, Tom Brady was effective into his 40s and LeBron James is this effective into his late 30s, it gives the illusion that everybody that we consider a great player or a future Hall of Famer can do what they are doing and be this effective, be as effective as they were for that long. And that's not the case. And guys like Russell Wilson, guys like Matt Ryan, guys like there's another one. I think he was in LA maybe. But there were several guys that got additional contracts and contract extensions because of Tom Brady's longevity and his great play, because they thought we can get the same thing from a guy like Matt Ryan, like Russell Wilson, where we think that they should still be good, where they could just be past their prime at age 34, which is when we thought most athletes were past their prime. But we've seen Tom Brady and LeBron James do this. That now we have shifted what we think is past your prime. No, these guys are just super elite.
Yeah.
Everybody else's prime is the prime because that's still the average age for prime. The average is the average is the average is the average. The average is the average because you get a big cluster of people that are going to be right around the 34, 33, 36, but you're going to have somebody that's out of their prime at 26. As you're going to have somebody that still may be looking as if they're in their prime at 38 and 40. But you still have to come back to an average. You still have a mean. I know I'm putting a lot of math terms out there, but they taught us this for a reason. You wondered when you're ever going to use this thing again? Right now. Right now. So for Russell Wilson, I don't quite know if he has what's left in him to leave a lasting memory of us to want to send him into the Hall of Fame as a first ballot Hall of Fame. Russell Wilson retires after his first 10 years. He's walking straight in. His Denver bid has screwed him up. If he does not do well in Pittsburgh, it's a wrap. People don't realize this. People like I can see all the good that people saw going into Pittsburgh. I'm not saying I'm looking for the bad, but I see the caution. Mike Tomlin has never, ever had a losing season since he has coached in the NFL. Even with rookie quarterbacks, the 2 previous years, nothing quarterbacks, he still managed to have an he still managed to have a winning record, meaning above 500 or 500 and above, not a losing season. If Russell Wilson comes in here and does the same thing that people consider a not so good rookie did last year, that's not a good sign for you, Russ. If you go to a team where a coach can make anybody get 9 wins, you realize you have to have an 11-win season. You can't put up similar numbers to the no-name rookie. You can't put up similar numbers to the guy with no resume when you're a champion, an MVP, 2 Super Bowl appearances. You can't do that even in the later stages of career unless you are just already washed. And the thing about it, he's not going to be talked about as if he's out of his prime. He's going to be talked about as if he suddenly became a bad quarterback and he was never good. And that's what I'm cautious about. That's what I'm afraid of. Is that all of a sudden, because I feel like Russell Wilson is being projected to be the only guy to play himself out of the Hall of Fame after he solidified it for 10 years.
I'm afraid of finding out the world is flat.
It's not flat.
How do you know?
Because my dick curves. And because of gravity, right? Gravity says that if object A is relative to object B, then it should take on such size. So if my dick curves to the left, then the Earth can't be flat.
Dude, Casey Anthony said she didn't kill the kid. Point is, everybody said shit.
Oh, man.
I did not see that coming.
I didn't see it either. That shit was off the dome. I'll give you guys a pause. So, what was that? So,
Just in case y'all search for it.
thank you. So I'm nervous about Russell Westbrook. As I'm equally excited for him to go to Pittsburgh, that hopefully it becomes a redemption to his career that these last 2-3 years may have tainted. And not just what has been tainted from him going to Denver, but also what has come out about him from his former teammates in Seattle. That hasn't helped. So it's almost as when he was struggling his most, all of the bad shit started coming out from his former teammates. None of it came out when he was winning in Seattle. It came out when he was struggling in Denver. And that bothers me. Because now they have pushed the narrative out there. And this narrative may lead to Russell Westbrook. And I'm not going to say he's going to be out the Hall of Fame, but I feel like he was a first ballot Hall of Fame. Now I don't feel like, and I feel like they're trying to talk him out of it. And everybody falls off eventually. But if you give 10 great years to this sport, to any sport, you're generally respected as one of the greats. Your Hall of Fame status doesn't all of a sudden go to shit because, I'm no longer in my prime or my body no longer holds up after being beaten for 10 years. No, I still got there. Now I'm just on the end struggling. So now, if he doesn't do well, we have to realize that Russell Wilson is holding on to his NFL career now. It's not that he's bad. He's no longer prime. And we see what happens when these guys fall out of their prime, when they fall out of being the man. We see it with quarterbacks. We see it with basketball players. We see it with baseball players. We seen it happen to Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony. We seen it. We have seen it happen with him. We saw it happen to Kobe. At some point, we see it happen with LeBron. At some point in time, you're no longer the person that greatly affects winning or affects winning at a high level. And that's why you need to, that's how you really need to start judging people in their prime. How am I affecting winning on a high level? Am I affecting winning the way I used to in my prime? Can I still go out here and win some games? Yes. Can I still go out here and score some points? Yes. Am I still affecting winning at that high percentage that I used to? And that's how you know when people are starting to slip out of their prime. So we're going to see Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh. I hope he does well because the narrative around him is going to be toxic if he doesn't do well. Somebody else that may have a toxic response to them is one Saquon Barkley. Oh, Giants fans, did you think you were going to leave today without us talking about the miseducation of Lauryn Hill? I mean, the mismanagement of Saquon Barkley. Everybody. What is this I see coming up in the midst? It's not Thanksgiving, but I swear I can see some yams from over here.
Jeez.
And I'm saying I can see it because I got a bright light in my eyes, so my vision is very skewed. But I see cheeks in the front and in the back. Am I seeing things? She is quadruple cheeked up on a Monday evening. Oh, I gotta behave myself. So no. So back to it. Saquon Barkley. Let's not talk about Saquon Barkley. Since last year, we've talked about the mismanagement. Wagwan Brethren. Oh, that's that would be you. That would be you. I gotta find out where Amir meets all his chicks at. Because he be meeting some right ones. Now he goes through them fast, so they all must be crazy. But I still gotta find out where he meets them. I've never been on a dating app, but I'm like, yo, who's a dating app? Maybe I need to hit one up. Like if it's that easy. I don't do dating apps. I still meet all my people organically, like drinking out in public. Exchange numbers, have a good time, grind on each other. Then next thing you know, you exchange bodily fluids 2-3 times, never talk to each other again, or you talk to each other all the time when you guys see each other, but you just never let anybody, you never put onto the fact that you guys have been fucking. Adulthood. That's probably one of the good parts of this hood. No, so Saquon Barkley is mismanaged for the last 2 years. Not only were the fans in belief of this, but also players on the team and players around the league were all in a singular thought last year. How the hell do you pay Daniel Jones $40 million and you won't pay Saquon Barkley the money that he's asking for when he is literally the face and the offense for your team? He's the engine that makes your team go. And yet you don't pay him. Like I say, you have to pay the quarterback, and you need a quarterback, and this and that. Quarterback, this, quarterback, that. But everybody recognized that Saquon Barkley was the person that should have gotten that money. Yet, I'm good. How you doing?
Another day.
Another dollar. So, when they did that mismanagement, that started the process. That started the beginning of the process that we're at now, where Saquon Barkley is no longer a New York Giant. Everybody thought they should have locked him up last year. The multi-year deal that Daniel Jones got, you should have given him. But now here we are, a year later. Guess what happened? You want to get rid of Daniel Jones after giving him a $160 million contract for 4 years. So you was willing to make a guy that everybody recognized was a bum, a generational multi-millionaire, but not the guy that actually was the face of your franchise. I'm telling you, Giants fans, you should probably look into how come your franchise has never had one black quarterback. Something smells fishy in that last transaction. I'm not saying there's racial ties into it. I'm just saying, like, my racial radar is starting to beep a little. Everybody, everybody. It wasn't just fans. Everybody recognized Daniel Jones should have never gotten that contract. It should have been Saquon. Now Saquon is gone. Now Saquon is gone. And he isn't just gone. He went to your rival. He went to your division rival. He went to Philly. And I hope you Philly it.
You went to the flat earth.
And I hope you Philly it every single time he plays you guys. Because he should have got a 3-4 year contract from you guys. He would have taken a $13 million a year contract from you guys for 4 years. What you paid your quarterback in 1 year, he was basically willing to take over 4. Yet you wouldn't give him that long-term security for a guy that wanted to be a Giant for life. After you looked at your quarterback and you can clearly see this is barely a middle-of-the-road guy. But you know what? You made it to the playoffs last year, and everybody told you your playoff run was fugazi, right? You had one of the easiest schedules in the league. But no, you couldn't look past your own face as you pointed at the Cowboys of having an easy schedule, even though they're in your division, and you pointed at the Eagles of having an easy schedule, even though your division. Every time you was pointing those fingers, you didn't realize that you had 3 of them coming back at you because you had an easy schedule. Yeah, you were the 3rd best team in that division, and your only playoff win was against the guy that we collectively make fun of for failing in primetime games. And that's who you stand on your hill for saying, well, he won a playoff game against who? Kirk Cousins? Congratulations to Kirk Cousins as he signs another lucrative contract in Atlanta. Kirk Cousins has made over $400 million guaranteed dollars as a quarterback that nobody wants. So you're going to lose Saquon, and you're losing to Philly. And for a team that needs a run game, for a team that has a good foot. Now, as I'm saying this statement, I also realize that this isn't you, Giants. This team has a good offensive line. You don't have that. This team has a good quarterback. You don't have that. This team has a good defense. You don't. This is basically a team that's a running back away. New York Giants, you're in everything away. So I get it, business-wise. This year, you can't pay the quarterback. How you guys doing? Hey, Marty. Oh, I miss her sexy face. How you doing? Haven't seen you in forever. Ooh, make my blood boil. Sorry. Like, Marty knows. Marty knows. You know. Yeah, Marty makes me lose control. Marty makes me lose control. That's my old girl. Oh man. But so Saquon's now a Giant. You're gonna have to see him twice a year. The Philadelphia Eagles are in a better position to pay Saquon $45 million over 3 years. You should have paid him last year. But I can understand now now that you've made your mistake at quarterback, you have no offensive line, you still need to revamp your defense. You're looking at your team and saying, we have nothing. We have no O-line, we have no wide receiver, we have no quarterback, we have no defense. We need to build everywhere. So we can afford to pay Saquon Barkley $15 million a year for 3 years. And that's how you sell it to yourself, and that's how you sell it to your fan base. Because we all know if you need to maneuver the money around to backload it, to to front load it, right? Or to incentivize it, or to sign in bonus it, right? So less money comes off of the books. We all know that there's ways that you can do this if you need to. So you'll say the thing that sounds like common sense to the common man that, hey, we can't sign Saquon because we have all these areas of need. But we all know that when you need to, you have found ways to fandangle these contracts to fit your needs. We see this with Patrick Mahomes and his 10-year, $500 million contract. He ain't getting paid $50 million a year. No, they found ways to make sure that contract doesn't have such a doesn't has such gravity on their salary cap every single year. So when you can do it, you will do it, and you will find ways to do it. So when you don't want to do it, you say everything that you are saying of how you feel about the player that is asking for the money. And you have told us that you don't value Saquon Barkley because they've already signed his replacement. So when Saquon comes in there 2 times a year, plays in this Philly squad, that should be only a running back away, and they bust your ass, you have no sympathy. I lied. There's one place you can find sympathy. It's from Webster, and it's between Phyllis. Thank you guys for listening to the MyT Sport. I appreciate you. We've been here for 3 years, 3 hours. It's been a good show. We had no trivia today. Like I had to find. Listen, it's okay. I just had to talk for extra half an hour than I normally do on a Monday. Listen, I've gotten really used to you guys deterring me, but for once in a very long time, I got through every topic I wanted to hit. Now you understand how many times I've left here touching only half the topics before. Listen, we yapping right now. I got 3 minutes left in the podcast. All right, less than 3 minutes. This is bonus time. Not even bonus time.
Still on the cloud.
Yeah, we closing it out for you guys. I want to thank you guys for listening to the Mighty Sports Podcast. Don't forget that you can catch us here every single Monday live at Sharkeys. Listen, the best part of the show is catching it live, and I love doing my show in front of a live studio audience. Air quotes, you know what I mean. I really do. I love interacting with people. That's the reason why I started coming out here live. I love the natural interaction. It keeps me like water. I constantly have to flow with you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? It keeps you on your toes. Keeps you on your toes. What better way to prepare for things you can't prepare for by constantly putting yourself in unpredictable scenarios? Appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share on everywhere. Listen, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TuneIn Radio, Pandora, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcast. I'm everywhere. I'm almost like American Express. Except for I don't charge interest if you're late. I'm just gonna make fun of you if I haven't seen you in a while. Speaking of, where the fuck is Brie at? I haven't seen her in a while. I just see it like 2 weeks ago. I'm tripping. Bree, you need to pop your ass back here again. Folks, how much time we got? We got less than a minute. Let's see. What we got in the bags over here? Yeah, that Mike Tyson fight and Jake Paul's gonna be an event. I'm
gonna make so much money.
I'm gonna come down. Oh yeah. Oh my God. That's gonna make so much money. So much money unnecessarily.
Tyson better not let this fight beat him.
I want to say it's gonna break a billion. I want to say this could break a billion.
I think it will.
Like this.
Anybody like Jake Paul, like he's fucking hated.
Yeah. It's like it's Jake Paul followers with Mike Tyson followers with the Jake Paul haters, which is separate from all those two classes, and then the people that just want to see a spectacle.
Yeah.
Like this. This is going to be a record.
Tyson can still move.
How old was George Floyd? Not George Foreman. I keep.
That motherfucker old as fuck.
No, but when he won a championship, George
He was old as fuck.
Foreman.
Maybe in his 50s.
Wins chip age. Oh, it's at 45. Damn. Why they make see? This is what happens when you're younger. Age just seems so you can't tell what age is because they made him seem so old at 45.
Yeah.
I can, if trained enough, a 45-year-old should be able to whoop a 27-year-old or could. Not saying should, but could. I have experience, especially if you have the experience. You still got enough. But shit, Bernard Hopkins still won a championship until he was like 50 because he was still just good enough. But then got knocked out the ring after that. Got embarrassed, got knocked out the ring. You know what I mean? So, but because you can so it's funny, like at 45, 52, the old ages, you can beat an undisciplined motherfucker if you're in the same craft. But if his discipline matches what yours is, then you're fucked because now he has all the other advantages. You know what I mean? Outside of just the experience, he's gonna have the speed. He's gonna have this. You know what I mean? And he made this. And if the discipline is there, then that means maybe your sports awareness or your sports, you know what I mean, IQ is there as well to be able to adjust fast enough to separate that gap that you have mid-fight. Hopefully, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying Jake Paul has any of these qualities. I'm just talking about in general.
No, I'm just saying, like, to add on to that, Tyson, he's had way more many fights. Tyson, like, boxing runs in his blood. You know what I'm saying? Like, he remembers fighters from fucking back in the 30s and the 20s and the 10s. You know what I'm saying? He watches those films.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that Jake don't got no fucking chance.
He shouldn't.
You don't.
Well,
you don't.
The same thing I told Buddy earlier. It's all about how the contract is written up. Because remember, this can be another glorified exhibition match.
That's what it is.
And exhibition matches could have no knockout clauses in them. So what I basically what I said, if they let the tiger out,
I think it's gonna come out when he gets in that ring and he sees that crowd. It's gonna be a
but
crazy
crowd. He's been in this position already.
Yeah. Where
he's had to fight a tamed fight for exhibition purposes.
Yeah,
and he's
what's his name?
Roy Jones.
Yeah.
So he's done this with another professional already. So I don't see him having a problem with it. So it's all about if they let the tiger loose.
Okay, now I get what you're saying.
If they cage the tiger then we're not gonna get the knockout because the contract won't allow it. Right. Remember when his brother fought Floyd Mayweather, there was a no knockout clause. So even when Floyd Mayweather accidentally knocked him out in like the second round, he had to hold him up until he got his wits about him. Yeah, and then play with him for the other 6 rounds. Yeah. But very clearly in the second round showed, you could go night anytime I want. Now stand up, young man. We got to put a show on. Get your shit together. We got money to make. You know what I mean? So if they do any of that, then we're just gonna get a big pawing match. Just 2 guys pawing at each other, and the only person that benefits from a pawing match is Jake Paul, because like what his brother did, Logan Paul, he gets to say, I went the distance with Mike Tyson. I lasted in the ring with Mike Tyson, because that's what, like, so
Mike Tyson don't like it.
So we go. That's why I'm hoping for the no holds bar, because as a wrestling fan, I see Logan Paul, and I get to hear him a lot. And one of the things he constantly boasts about I went the distance with Floyd Mayweather. I lasted in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. And Mayweather was smaller than him. What do you think his brother's gonna say against Mike Tyson that's bigger than him if they draw it up and he gets the last 8 rounds with him?
Well, 250 dollars.
Versus when most people couldn't never go. Like, you understand? They're trying to put.
Weight difference.
Yeah, if you understand, if they write it up, they're gonna write Jake Paul in to be with the 1% of the competitors that Mike Tyson fought, for people that were able to last longer than 3 rounds with him. Much less 1.
Right.
That could be written up. So, because this is an exhibition match, I don't, you know me, I don't like to talk because it sounds conspiracy theory. I don't like to talk along that realm. But this is an exhibition match, which leads to creative through here, through speed bumps. Where the fuck were you sitting at? Where the fuck? What the fuck? That makes no sense. The route he took. He had to be in the parking lot. He probably has been by the liquor store. Yeah, so I'm excited for the fight. A lot of people are excited for that. That's why I think it's going to be a hell of a draw, because these are the multi different facets that could take place. Like I said, because it's an exhibition match, it could just be written into the rules of competition.
It definitely is.
So and granted, we're not gonna be caught off guard. We will know the rules before the fight happens. We're not gonna suddenly the fight happens and we're like, oh, well, damn, these are the rules that we didn't know. We're gonna know about these rules. What is this? This fight is scheduled for July. We're gonna know about the rules by May. So we're gonna find out. We'll be finding out right here. We're gonna talk. So what I'm trying to say is, stay tuned, because we're gonna talk about this again on the podcast. Because as the rules of the fight gets presented, I am super curious of how it's going to be laid out, because that dictates to me the kind of fight we're going to see.
Right.
And granted, while I still may be here, regardless of what kind of fight we have, how much I'm engaged and pay attention to the fight versus socializing may differ based off of the rules of the fight.
I think everybody wants to see Jake get knocked out.
Everybody does.
And if Jake,
unless you're his friends or family, or really just are his fan base, everybody does.
Yeah, they want somebody to knock his ass down.
But that's the Floyd Mayweather effect, which sells. Floyd Mayweather sold on people wanting to see him get knocked out. He never said I was knocking out anybody. I'm a defensive guy. I didn't say I'm going to knock out anybody. We're selling matches to see if this guy can beat me as I'm the champ and can knock me out. And people bought fights every May to see if he could get knocked out by whatever flavor of the year was.
Yeah. So
having haters to see, or people or fan base to see who wants to see you get knocked the fuck out, and again, that's what makes it so intriguing, because you have a guy that people really want to see knocked out going up against one of the great knockout artists of history of our time, and the only thing stopping him from ripping his head off is the contract. It's the motherfucking contract. Oh man. Yeah, we've gone over and beyond. We've given you guys nothing but anybody know. Oh, that's why she's looking for a room to rent. Is she still here? Did something not go well? Grab it.